What is up, super fam and Brovengers alike, and you can't forget my Tavern family. How are we all doing today? I am so happy and excited to get it going and get it cracking today because it is officially the first day of book club. I got my robe, I got my pipe. I think we ready for it tonight. You know what I'm saying? I think we ready to get it in. I think we ready to have a good old time, if I do say so myself. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope everybody is excited and happy to get it in and get it ready to rock tonight. I am really excited to be starting our book club, or at least getting ready for our book club. You know what I mean? At the very least, getting ready for it. Starting off with the prologue, and of course, I know you guys want to watch Winter Dragon as well. So we'll be getting into all of those good vibes for sure. If you haven't already, make sure you follow us on Marvel Bros on all social media, at Marvel Bros on all social media, to stay up to date with all of the awesome nerdy content that we post every single day. And you can also follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking in at that particular time, particularly if you do particularly feel so particularly inclined to do so. All right? I hope everyone's having an awesome, good, grand Wednesday night. It is Wheelie Wednesday, but it's actually now from watcher to reader, day today now. That's kind of what's going on now, and I'm super excited to get our from watcher to reader series started. Of course, with none other than the amazing Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time has been such an awesome show to be able to partake in with you with you guys, with this amazing fan base that I've just kind of stumbled upon. And you guys really do make it a blast to watch the show. And now I think we're going to have an even better time reading the book. So I can't wait to go from a watcher to a reader with all of you amazing nerds out here. And yeah, I'm just ready to get it in. On a scale of 1 to 10, let me know in the chat, how excited are you to get this book club started and do your 30th reread? Scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for book club? Let me know. Let's see. There we go. And I know, when, what's it called? Man, I literally just lost my whole train of thought. My entire train of thought is just gone. What was I can't even. I was about to ask you, what was I about to think about? Like, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what I was about to think about. We'll jump into chat in just a second here. Let me throw a poll out for y'all. How many times the wheel? Oh man, I keep forgetting I can't do it on here. Where is Bam? There we go. From watcher to reader. Let's see. Close that out. I can close that. This is what I was trying to do. Okay, come over here with it. Let's start this poll up for you guys. Here we go. So how many times have you read The Wheel of Time? Under 5, 10 times, or gotta be 15 or more? Or you can comment the exact number in the chat. There we go. How many times have you read The Wheel of Time? Under 5, 10 times, gotta be 15 or more. Which one is it? Let me know where you guys are sitting at on the fence, because I am excited to get into this. Yo, I'm so excited to get into this book. And then I'm pretty sure that you guys also said that Rosamund Pike has a one second, my bad, y'all. There we go. All right. You guys told me that Rosamund Pike has the audiobook, and I meant to get that audiobook. I'm pretty sure that through my Xfinity account, I had 2 free credits for Audible. So let me see if I can actually do that right now, because then we would be able to just listen to her read the prologue, follow along in the book as well, and then we can get into Winter Dragon afterwards, because I know everyone is really excited to get into Winter Dragon. I hope I didn't... Oh, no, here it is. Get 2 months of Audible with bestsellers on us. So I don't know if that means I have to already have an account, or is it a free trial? I'll make a whole thing for it right now. Select Get Audible to visit the website. Oh, and then I just got to sign up for a free trial. Okay. All right. Oh, Sensei, wait. What happened? What happened? Okay, I'll read chat first, and then I'll get into all of that nitty-gritty stuff afterwards. All right, how about that? How does that sound? Let me get into chat. Starting at the top. Let me go order my physical copy so I can join you. I got the Kindle and the Audible, but I can't join you with those apps live. Oh, okay. I understand. I don't think we're reading live though, Christopher, unfortunately. But what's up with it, Christopher? How you doing?
Hello there.
I'm pretty sure what we ended up saying is that we'll read it. This is what today is about. It's about really finalizing what we're going to be doing with book club. So we can talk about that as well, as to what would be the best way to go about having book club, whether we'll read it weekly. Let me just type it up here. Book club. I got my notes right here ready. And then we can kind of talk about that more. I know the last thing that I think we talked about was, doing 5 chapters, reading 5 chapters a week, and then coming together every Wednesday to talk about those chapters that we've read. So I'm not sure how we're feeling about that now, but I would love to, see what's going on with you guys. Oh, yeah, it's book time. Yo, what's up with that, Matt's Dagger? I hope you're having a good one. I know you're excited. I'm also really excited for book club. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Squee! You're squeeing in this thing? Hold on. I got just the thing for you, Marisu. That got to be this one.
Wait, is that right?
Is that it? Yeah. There you go. That's it. I forgot my paperback, but fortunately I have hardcovers, so I don't mind cracking one. Yo, what? That's crazy. Okay, Miss Marisu said I had to go. I gotta crack one of these open just for this. I'm ready. I'm hyped. I'm definitely hyped. You okay, Marisu? For real. She was tripping, huh? Well, no, but that's what therapy is for. Hey, I agree completely. Yo, I don't know if you guys saw, but yo, we got little fades now for if you guys want to become a Brovenger. But we also have the Tavern role available for you guys as well. So if you want to become a Brovenger or a Tavern, or I think I might rename it Broverin just to kind of stick on brand with it. You know what I mean? Brovengers and Broverin alike type of vibe. And then, so if you guys want to, become a Broverin, help support all that is nerdy and awesome here on the channel, and to help support me and what we do here and all the content we make, you're more than welcome to, go ahead and become a Broverin, is what I will say now. Right now it says Tavern, but I will be switching it to Broverin because I like the way that sounds. And of course, it sticks to own brand, baby. Nice fade. Yo, okay, so apparently this is supposed to be midral. But just the cutest midral you've ever seen. You are the first person to make a fade cute. Yo, I wish I made that. I actually found that. So, because I was like, yo, is there any Wheel of Time stuff at all? And then I found that little guy, and I was like, oh yeah, we gotta bring him home to the Marvel Bros family. I'm still not kissing that thing. Hey, facts, right? Could you imagine? No glory hole for you. Marisu, you're wildin'. Okay, now I understand the context behind that. I just saw that comment as I was getting ready for the live, and then I was like, yo, Marisu is wildin'. It's getting a little hot in here. I don't know how long I'm going to have this on. I'm not going to lie to you. Hey, y'all, what's up with it, Sharice? How you doing? Can I say that? Yup. No, that's crazy. Been a while since I looked at this cover with its Small Moiraine and Nicolas Cage Rand nostalgia. Nah, that's crazy. I was not ready for that. Quick question. Will my Brovengers be transferred to a Tavern when the time comes? Yes, I believe so. If you go to it right now and try to change to a Brovenger, I don't know if I don't know what will happen, honestly. I'm not even going to pretend like I do know what happens exactly. But what I think should happen is it should just upgrade it automatically, and I don't think you can be a Brovenger and a Broverin at the same time. I think the higher tier will just override your Brovenger's membership into a Broverin membership. I believe that's what's going to happen. 10 over 9,000. Yeah, facts. What's up with the Quee? How you doing? I hope you're having a good one today. Oops, that's not the right thing. I meant to hit this.
Hello there.
There we go. Yeah, this cover is mid at best. Ebooks covers are so much better. Yeah, yo. I don't know if you guys are in the Discord, but if you are in the Discord, Mary Sue, you'll see that when I went to Barnes and Nobles to buy the book today, they had some interesting options in there, and I was very like, okay, like I really didn't want to. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I did want to get this one. This is the one that was the most appealing out of all the other ones that I've had. You know what I mean? Like, out of all the other ones they had there, they had a small. Oops, that's not the right thing. I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit this. They had like a smaller paperback, like this size, but it was just like, it was like this thick, I think. And that was all right, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, that's cool. I was going to get that one because I was like, it's like my Mistborn books, I'll get that. But then I saw this puppy. Hold on. Let me give you the full story. Actually, hold on. Let me open up my Discord and show you what was going on. I'll show y'all the pics from the cord. If you're not in the Discord, Definitely join. Definitely join. Let me see. What was I trying to do? Oh. Man, my brain is all discombobulated and on the fritz. Not even low key, high key. There we go. All right, again, make sure you guys join the Discord because I'm trying to have more nerdy conversations in there. I'm trying to, especially now that we're going to be reading the Wheel of Time. So, the first and foremost, they had the big book of Wheel of Time in there, right? And I was like so tempted to get this, but I know that you guys have warned me tremendously to stay away from the big book of Wheel of Time because, of course, it's mad spoilery with all of the things that are in there. So I am gonna get this book once we're done with our well, I guess once we're done with all 14 books. I guess that's, but because we are going to read all 14 books. Like, this is confirmation for sure that we are going to, be reading every single book in the Wheel of Time genre here on Marvel Bros. So I hope you guys are ready for that because we will be going through the entire catalog for sure, no matter how long it takes. This is the Wheel of Time. This is the other Wheel of Time book that they had right here, and it had, of course, the Prime cover. You know what I mean? The Prime Video cover, and that made me laugh. I was like, "Yo, that's the Prime Video cover. What the heck? That's wild." So I couldn't get that one. My nerd brain just wouldn't let me get away with that. I was like, I can't get the Wheel of Time one, and even if I did get this one, like. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how damaged this book is. Like, even if I did get this one, it's all, like, really messed up, really bad on the corners here. And you guys should have just seen it. It was really ugly. So I was like, nah. I don't like ugly books, my guy. So here are the last two. And you obviously know what option that I went with. It's right here to my left. But this is the other one that I was going to get that I said was more of this paperback style of my Brandon Sanderson Mistborn book. It was kind of more of this style. And so that's why I was going to get this one. But then I saw this book. And when I saw this book, like, first and foremost, like, I know you guys were talking heat about the covers and stuff like that. So when I first saw this, the biggest thing that turned me off, of course, is the Prime Video sticker that you can't remove or anything like that I just slapped onto the book. Like, they really put a as seen on Prime Video on this book. And I can't even begin to explain how much that pisses me off. I don't know why, but it really just grinds my gears that is there. Really grinds my gears that is there. But other than that, the color of this book is freaking beautiful. The lettering on it, everything about this book is freaking beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, this is just amazing. I just really love it. I love it, right? This is awesome. So you got book 1, The Eye of the World, Wheel of Time. We're going to get into it. But the reason, other than all those other things about how beautiful this is, the other reason why I had to get this one is because of this bloody beautiful map that is on the inside. Now, if y'all don't know, I am a nerd with maps, bro. I love to look at maps. I love to study maps. I just love it. I love the way this map looks. This is everything. This is what made me buy this book instead of the other one. Of course, this one was more expensive than the smaller one, but the smaller one did not have the map, and that map is everything to me. I will be referencing back to that map so often. It's not even funny how much I'm going to be referencing back to that. So I just kind of wanted to share the story of me getting the book. It was amazing. I really love it. I really love it a lot. I had a wonderful time just going to Barnes & Nobles and looking at other books. I almost bought a couple of books because I'm about to go on a road trip tomorrow, but I was like, you know what? Nah, we're just going to rock with this one. All right. So, what's the show's format tonight? All right. So, what we're doing is we're going to be reading the prologue first and foremost. Then we will be watching. Well, we're going to read the prologue and or listen to it like via Rosamund Pike, of course. Or we will read it. I'll just read it verbally here today, because you guys might want to listen to my smooth voice. And then we'll watch The Winter Dragon after we're done with the prologue. Yeah, that's kind of it. We're gonna talk about book club and how it's gonna go. Then we'll get into the prologue, the earlier and the prologue. Then we'll watch The Winter Dragon to kind of wrap it up and talk about everything that we're gonna be doing. And then next week we'll start with our 1 through 5. So after today, we'll probably be reading, but we're also gonna be ironing out more of what actually is gonna be going on with the Wheel of Time. From watcher to reader series that we're going to be doing. So you guys are going to be helping me iron out all those details as well. What? By the way, what's up with it? What? How you doing, my guy? Definitely go tap in with what? Definitely a dope. Got some dopeness going over there with what? I've heard that they have some tabletop games that you can play through Steam and stuff like that. So definitely tap in with them. I'm in my mid-20s on rereads. Yo, that's crazy. That is insane. Tyshar, Dagger. Yo, Tyshar to you, for sure. I physically read the books 8 to 12 times, some more than others. But if you count the audiobooks, I've listened dozens of times. I literally couldn't count. Whoa, that's crazy. Oh, Sensei, wait. The Rosamund Pike audiobook is missing the prologue? What? I was so looking I mean, we can still have her read some stuff to us, you know, for the Brovenger portion of stuff, but I really wanted to hear that. I really wanted to go through that with you guys tonight. That's so unfortunate. I guess you guys are just going to have to settle for my silky smooth voice. Audiobooks count? Yeah, I think audiobooks count, maybe. My audio with Rosamund has it. Oh, okay. Okay, then. Well, let me know what's going on. I'm confused. If you found... wait. I found a... Nah, not the pirated copy. Is crazy. Oh, on YouTube, and it was missing. Okay. Well, that's the reason to be... You know, you got to be a little wary. Yo, what's up, bro? How do you make time to read books while watching movies and playing games? It's hard for me to focus on books personally. Well, yo, what's up with the Masonite? How you doing, my guy? Hey, man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm honestly a nerd to my core about so many things. And for me, if I'm not focusing on multiple things, the pistons in my brain don't start firing off correctly. So if I'm not like reading books, if I'm not on the game, if I'm not, you know, working, if I'm not writing my own book, if I'm not creating music, because I also make music, if I don't do all of these things, then like my brain just is not working at maximum efficiency, because it's like I have blockages in my chakra, you know what I mean? So being able to, taking the time out to read, to watch movies, to watch shows, to game, to be with my family, to do all of these different things, it just helps me in my day-to-day life be able to fire on all pistons, literally, because I can learn something from gaming that I put into my content creation, that I put into my streaming, or I learn something here from Marvel Bros and I put that into what I do at Vane Esports, or what I do with my own company and my own business that I have with my wife. You know, like, no matter what it is that I'm doing, I learn from everything, and I use all the knowledge from everywhere to benefit the other areas of my life. So that's really the way that that's the only way that I'm able to to do it, is because, you know, you make time for the things that you want to do, and you make excuses for the things that you don't. So I just make the time where I do, and being a freaking night owl definitely helps, because I've never really went to sleep early in my entire life. So we're vibing. Like, that's kind of it, to answer your question, man. I hope you're vibing with us, bro. And definitely I can understand it being hard to focus on books, because books, you know, it takes you into that realm. One thing that helps me a lot with reading is listening to music while reading, and audiobooks are a beautiful thing for sure. So definitely tune in with some audiobooks if you're having issues with it, Masonite. Just checked, it's on there. Just check it there on mine. It's there. Okay, for sure. We're listening to Rose then. Okay, just want to double check that before we started. I agree for sure. Brovenger, I like it. Tyshar Brovenger. Exactly. Tyshar Brovenger. I love it. The big book is off limits till after book 7. Ooh, okay. All right, for sure. Good to know. Well, once we get there, we're going to be in there like swimwear. Did you know Tor split the first book into 2 books to try and get into the YA market? Wow, that's crazy. Wheel of Time Compendium app lets you choose what book you are on and shows you only info to that book? What? I definitely need to find that. I definitely need to find where that's at. Yeah, Wheel of Time is not YA. A lot of people think it is, but they must have blacked out certain chapters. Yo, for sure, that's insane, especially from what I saw from the show. Like the prologue. I have the 2 split books, laugh my ass off, posted covs in Discord. Ooh. Oh, yo, the old schools. That's awesome. That's crazy. Look at how like, okay, not to say it like that, but look at how old they are. No, I'm just playing, Matt. I'm just playing. That's crazy, though. The WTF question after the prologue will take some time for us to explain. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so excited to get into it. I'm so excited. Let's get this started. Sorry for the false alarm. Yeah. You had me a little nervous, Mari Sue. I ain't gonna lie. Originally, it was science fiction. The first 3 books were on book, and there was a 4th, Taveran Boy. Oh, the first 3 books were 1 book. Oh. Yo, that's crazy. I mean, what really is the difference between science fiction and fantasy, you know? A spaceship here and there, a horse there and here. Yar. Yeah, Yar is crazy. Yay, book reading. Just caught up with live stream. Yo, what's up with the Patrick? I hope you're having a fantastic day and a wonderful Wheelie Wednesday indeed. It was Daniel. Is that Daniel? I hope that's Daniel. Who plays a minor role as one of Perrin's lads, but was originally scripted as a 4th Taveran. Oh, that's interesting. Tyshar Daniel Perrin was also close to being edited out by Harriet, or some rumor goes. What? That's crazy. They was gonna take my boy Perrin out. Damn, since I always calling out my old fartness. Hey, I was just saying that those books have definitely been around for a while. That's all I was saying. You know what I mean? I wasn't calling you old. I wasn't saying nothing like that. I was just stating a fact that there was a little bit of wear and tear and a little weather damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying. Like, I'm not calling you old. You know. This prologue is a contender for my favorite chapter in the series. Oh my God. In other words, all downhill after that. Yo, I am so excited. To get into this. Okay. So let me use my tokens to get Audible. I got 2 months of Audible free. So let's just get that out of the way so we can get through. Oh, I dropped my pipe. I will be wearing this robe and smoking my pipe for the duration of every book club that we have. Because we will be doing other book clubs other than Wheel of Time, just so you guys know. And we don't have to finish Wheel of Time necessarily before we get into another one, because I know Wheel of Time is long. So we can either do one book at a time, or that's probably the best way to start it off, with doing one book at a time, and then expanding. Oh. Goddamn. I have an account under every email I have, I guess. Oh, except Marvel Bros. Duh. My bad, y'all. Ha ha ha! Okay. Step 1. Step 2, get into the Gmail. Verify the account with the code. My question is, will we be able to listen to the entirety? I still gotta add my card in this thing, G? Oh my god, why are they doing me like this? I ain't even got my wallet on me. Here we go. I thought I had a card off in the distance, y'all. Alright, my bad, y'all. I didn't know they was about to do me like this. They need my name, my number, my government, my social security. Nah, I'm just playing. What's going on? Damn, they need my address. All right, there we go. We got the Amazon Audible. Now let me go sign into Audible. Audible sign in. Damn, bruh. There we go. There we go. Wait. Oh, come on, son. I don't know why they doing me like this, y'all. Okay, find your first listen. Sign in. Bro, that I didn't forget my password. I just made it. I should have did it on the computer from the jump. Watch, and then when I put this password in, they're gonna be like, you can't make your new password, your old password. Password's my smash. Suck my dick. There we go. God damn. Okay, let's try that again. What the? What's happening? What is going on? What is happening? I really don't know what's going on. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm tripping, y'all. I'm tripping. The eye of the world. Buy for 1 credit, baby, and I got a credit available. Wait. This is not the one narrated by Rosamund Pike. Boy, I almost dropped the ball. I'm tripping. I don't know what's going on. They don't I don't know if they have the one read by Rosamund Pike. The Wheel of Time. No, they got to, right? Am I supposed to look for something specific for Rosamund Pike's version? Because this one is narrated by Kate and Michael that y'all always be telling me about. Can I type her name in? Rosamund Rosamund Pike. Okay, here we go. Here we go. The Eye of the World, narrated by Rosamund Pike. I just had to type her name in. They didn't bring up the actual book when I looked up her name. Isn't that weird as hell? When I looked up her name. When I looked up the name of the book, it only brought up the other one. It didn't bring up hers. Isn't that wild? The Eye of the World. Ooh, I also saw that they have the Great Hunt with the Wheel of Time cover, like the Prime cover, that the book, the Prime Video poster cover, and I actually like that. I probably will get all of them. You know what I mean? All of them. Add to cart. I definitely need any help from the pirates available, for other audiobooks that I may need to find. Go to checkout. Confirm order. All right. We have it now. What's up, chat? How we doing? How's everyone feeling? Yo. First 3 books ended up being... Oh, what's up with the Nighthawk? What you doing here, G? First 3 books ended up going the Lord of the Rings route because that's what Tor wanted. It's book 4 where the series really takes off into a truly Jordan world. Oh, okay. Jordan requested for years to write for the Lord of the Rings world, but was rejected. Jordan was a massive Tolkien fan. Could you imagine him writing it? He would have made it completely different, though. That is, I don't like Lord of the Rings is so like soft magic, and Robert Jordan, I feel like Wheel of Time and all of that is so hard magic. I think it would have been interesting to see his take on the Lord of the Rings. We would probably got some way more defined magic systems out of that. I'm so excited to watch Five Nights at Freddy's tomorrow. Yo, yeah, I'm pretty hyped to watch that too. I saw Discussing Film post that there was like a fight that broke out in Five Nights at Freddy's somewhere. That was the business model back then. Show you can write a Lord of the Rings story or walk. Man. Amazon gifted some content creators with bathrobes in different Aja colors. Yo, I'm super jelly. Yo, I definitely got to get on that. Yep, card, just in case you forget to cancel at the 1 month mark. Yeah, they be on you. But see, I cancel my services immediately. Thank God they got out of that mindset by the mid 90s. Most people don't realize what most people don't realize about Jordan beforehand is he wrote a lot of horror previously, and it really shows in the way he builds to things and unloads hard. Unloads hard is absolutely diabolical. The first book definitely reads as horror mystery to me. All of a sudden, monsters are real and chasing you, and you can only run. Does Sensei need to pause every few minutes to avoid copyright playing audio on stream? That's exactly what I was thinking about as well, which is something that I really don't want to do. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure we should be able to use it under fair use. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure how long the actual prologue is, though. We might have to do it like we do our watch parties, but I can just like play it here and there. His Conan stuff was brutal. Ooh. The build up till a certain door gets busted down. Yeah, Martin has nothing on Jordan's Conan stuff. I've got at least one of Jordan's Conan books, but I've never read it. Oh, he wrote Conan the Barbarian? That sounds actually fire. That actually sounds fire. And yo, what's up with it, Daniel? How you doing? Under 10 minutes should fall under fair use. Exactly. Do you know how the run time of the prologue? That's very true. Is the prologue long? Fits with Cronin World though. Yo, what's up with it, Rant? How you doing? It's 20 minutes for my prologue copy. Oh snap. Okay. You read the prologue already? No, we're about to get into that, Rant. 20 minutes for prologue is crazy. Whoa. Dragonmount posted a graphic audio version of the prologue that's probably safe to use. What does that mean? What does that mean? Just check out the runtimes for book 3 and then book 4. Damn. Posted a link to the Kramer narration of the prologue in your Discord, so you have the option. Who's Kramer? Book 3 Audible's runtime is 24 hours and 48 minutes. Book 4 is 41 hours and 13 minutes. Yo, okay, hear me out. I didn't think that I wrote a lot in my book. And I'm not going to talk about my book a lot today, I promise. This is probably going to be the only time that I talk about it. I did not think that I wrote a lot in my book until I listened to my book in audio format, and it was like what, an hour long, and I don't even think that I literally didn't think that I wrote an hour long worth of stuff. But it's like, you just don't realize how long it takes to read. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but like, you just don't realize how long you're reading when you're reading until afterwards.
Chapter 1.
Yeah, it was an hour. And I was like, damn, an hour? That's crazy. I think Jordan deviates into his homage to Tolkien as soon as book 2, The Great Hunt, is far from Tolkien. Oh, okay. He deviates from the Tolkien likeness. I got you. I understand. Is this the right line there? Yep. The entire rips of the audiobooks are all over YouTube, so I don't think the algorithm is that great at catching them. I'd probably remove stream afterwards and cut it up though. Yeah, if they do end up hitting it, I'll just take it out. That's what I do usually. Eye of the World has a short prologue. Graphic audio is like a radio play version with sound effects and stuff. Oh, like a blow. The Michael Kramer prologue is faster. Just saying. That's crazy. Graphic audio is slightly abridged, but it's mostly just removing stuff like he said, since you know who's talking based on which actor is speaking. Oh, that actually sounds fire. That sounds kind of fire. But at that point, isn't it like watching it, but just listening? That's, you know what I mean? I might sound stupid. Michael Kramer is the original narrator. Dragonmount is a mainstream Wheel of Time channel. They posted a graphic audio version of the prologue that will probably be fine. Oh, meaning normal narration with music over it and sound effects. Okay, all right, okay. So what do we want to do here? How should we read the prologue? What is it? Rosamund. Oh, shit. I did it again. All right, I'll put like a minute on the clock. And then we'll go Rosamund Pike. Rosamund Pike. Michael Kramer. Or me. All right. I'll put, 2 minutes on the clock. Start. 2 minutes on the clock. We got 2 minutes on the clock. Y'all vote however you want. Okay. 1.2 or 1.5 audio helps. That's crazy. Kramer is the male voice and does every male POV. Kate Redding is the female voice and does it. Okay. That sounds fire, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. And they're married? Ooh, that sounds fire. I say give Rosamund a shot. Okay. I've seen 4 to 6 full chapters posted on YouTube. They're everywhere. Ambivalent. I don't know if that word's in my vocabulary, Rant. Having mixed feelings or contradictory ideas about something or someone. Holy shit, ambivalent. Ambivalent. I am definitely utilizing that word in my day-to-day from here on out. Ambivalent. I'm feeling very ambivalent about this. Oh my God. Ambivalence. Oh, Lord. Yo. I'm feeling very, very good about that word. Agreed, Marisu. Seems to be what Marvel Bros is most excited for. I'm excited for a little bit of everything. I'm excited for either one. I'm not going to lie. I see the full audio book on here all the time, but it always gets taken down after a few days. But it always gets put right back up. That's hilarious. That's super funny. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I didn't get scared. You got scared. All right, Rosamund Pike it is with a 44-33-22 vote. Coming in at the end there. That's kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. For that full 33 and 22. I am excited. I am ready. I hope everyone is excited and ready to get into the Wheel of Time prologue. All right, guys. I'm hyped. I'm not even going to pretend, yo. This is getting really hot in this heezy, though. So I'm going to take it off just for a little while. I'll throw it back on. I just need to cool down. I forgot that this is, weighted. Yeah, I'm gonna, what I'm gonna end up doing is I will listen to this in its entirety. If it does get taken down, I will take it and put it in the Marvel Bros Discord. At least take that part out. I'll take out the part from this YouTube live that if they take it down, then I'll just take the part out that we listen to it. I'll take that part out, put it on our Marvel Bros Discord, and then it'll be in the Brovenger's the Brovenger section. So if you are a Brovenger or a Broverin, then you will be able to listen to it if it does get taken down. That is, so that's worst comes to worst. You know what I mean? Like worst comes to worst, we can just do it all through Discord. So don't even worry about it. Type of vibe, you know. So I will be though if we do more audio readings and stuff like that, it will be a Brovengers only thing. Just so we can kind of make sure we're vibing out in this heezy. But other than that, we'll just be reading it as we go, and we'll talk about it more as well. Also, I'm not sure how you guys want to do this. I think we already kind of talked about reading it off air and then coming and talking about it together. But if you guys want to read it on air, that's fine too. I guess I can start that poll. How should we do book club? Because I've never done book club. I've never been a part of a book club. So I don't know if this is like a read online thing or a read offline thing and come together and talk about it afterwards. So just let me know what you guys would like to do with that as well. There's channels that have had multiple full chapters up for years without takedowns. Okay, for sure. Historic moment. Got your 2 rivers tabak. Is that what this would be? 2 rivers tabak. My robe. My thick ass fleece robe. I also have a cloak. Should I be wearing the cloak? But it's a black cloak though. I mean, but this is black as well. I'm black too. Intrusive thoughts won on that one. That's my bad. This is exciting. Yo, I'm also very excited. I'm all giddy. Then he confused as hell. Hey, how did he light the pipe? I got ninja moves. You know what I'm saying? I got ninja moves. That's all I'm saying. Worst comes to worst, we can do it on Discord. I was just saying the same thing, Matt. Look at that. The Eye of Shaitan is watching you, Charisse. Yo, I'm trying to tell you. I don't. What does she do? What's she do? You gotta watch her. She definitely been giving dark friend vibes from the beginning. I'm gonna have to add a dark friend tier just for Charisse. You're best off doing a book club kind of thing. Honestly, the books are too big. Okay, for sure. Online with Discord as backup. Facts. Actually, that actually might be a fire thing to do for the Broverins. Like go on Discord and read sometimes. That actually might be fire. At the end of the day, it's always about Bella. Oh, okay. Tobacco is what they call tobacco. Oh, tobacco. Yo, sipping on some calf with some tobacco. Bella horse, do. Bella horse, do. That's crazy. All right, y'all. So it seems like we have a majority that is read offline. If you guys would like to do the read online, then you can become a Brovenger or a Broverin. And in the cord, we can get that set up if there's enough of y'all in there that really want that cracking off. I think it's Brovengers, or is it Brovenger? It's one or the other. Or is it a symbol? It might. Oh, wait. I got it right here. I'm tripping. Yep, it's a symbol. Hey, shout out to Matt for becoming a Taverin, aka a Broverin. Definitely appreciate you out here in these streets, Matt. Definitely love all the support coming from you, for real. All right, All right. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I'm really pumped right now. This isn't technically a watch party, but what I'll say is make sure you get your snacks, get you some popcorn. I have not ate, so I am going to be crunching a little bit while we listen to this, so I do apologize for that, but I don't apologize fully because I am hungry and I need to eat. So I'm apologizing for munching, but I'm not apologizing for crunching, if you dig what I'm saying. So we're about to get into this right now, this second. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. Let's get it in with the prologue, y'all. Okay, so like I said, get your snacks, get whatever you need. If you ain't got no snacks, I got just the thing for you.
Hi, my name is Dominique Pruitt, and I started Don's Bomb Gourmet Popcorn LLC in the summer of 2021 to introduce delicious and unique flavored popcorn not found anywhere else in the world. Why, you ask? Because I make it in my home with love, just for you. We offer over 10 flavors and are continuously creating new flavors that can be customized to any color or taste for your next event, party, or fundraiser. So go find yourself to our website and find a bombastic flavor of popcorn at donsbombgourmetpopcorn.com, or you can also follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Don's Bomb Gourmet Popcorn.
That is right. Make sure y'all go get you some Dom's Bombs Gourmet Popcorn. What a popcorn is always bomb gourmet. And of course, it's made by Dom. Okie dokie artichoke. I am ready to get this popping. I hope y'all are ready to get this popping. Let me make sure all my stuff is good to go. My audio is there. I'm here. Can I go to this? Okay, let me pause it.
This?
Pause. Okay, we got opening credits and all that good stuff too. Okay, so we got the opening credits, the epigraph, and the prologue. Let's try and get this screen captured here. Display. What is this called? Cloud Player. Here it is, Chrome Cloud Player. There we go. Bam. I don't want that to be like that. Whoa, turn that off. Okay, so we're gonna application capture that. Yeah, we want to capture the window. Okay, there we go. Okay, all right, there we go, ladies and gents. This is what we want. And then close that out. Bam! All right. So this says it's 32 minutes. 32 minutes and 32 hours and 55 minutes for this book. That is insane. That is insane. For real. I'm very surprised about that. Chapters, we got 20 minutes for the prologue. Do I just skip to the prologue, guys? Is that what I should do here? Should I just skip straight to it? Skip to Malou, my darling? All right. No idea? All right. It's all good. All right. Here we go. We're going to listen to everything. Now, read the epigraph. Harriet deserves it. Okay. We're just going to start it from the beginning then. Okay? Yeah. We're just going to start it from the beginning. Might as well. It's only another extra minute. Here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
This is Audible. Macmillan Audio presents The Eye of the World
Oh my goodness. This
by
is
Robert
amazing.
Jordan. Narrated
I
for
am
you
so excited right
by
now.
Rosamund Pike.
Let's go, you guys. You hear everything? Does it sound good? Are we vibing? Seems like it might be a little loud, so I'm gonna turn it down to about right there. There we go.
And the shadow fell upon the land, and the world was riven, stone from stone. The oceans fled, and the mountains were swallowed up, and the nations were scattered to the 8 corners of the world. The moon was as blood, and the sun was as ashes. The seas boiled, and the living envied the dead.
Ooh.
All was shattered, and all but memory lost. And one memory above all others, of him who brought the shadow and the breaking of the world. And him they named Dragon.
Whoa.
From Aleph Nin Tyren, Alta Camora. The Breaking of the World. Author unknown. The Fourth Age.
What the hell?
And it came to pass in those days, as it had come before and would come again, that the dark lay heavy on the land, and weighed down the hearts of men, and the green things failed, and hope died. And men cried out to the Creator, saying, O light of the heavens, light of the world, let the promised one be born of the mountain, according to the prophecies, as he was in ages past, and will be in ages to come. Let the Prince of the morning sing to the land that green things will grow, and the valleys give forth lambs. Let the arm of the Lord of the dawn shelter us from the dark, and the great sword of justice defend us. Let the dragon ride again on the winds of time.
Oh my God.
From Haral Driana Ante Calamon, The Cycle of the Dragon. Author unknown. The Fourth Age.
What
Kramer.
a way to start it off.
Dragon Mount.
Oh my God.
The palace still shook occasionally as the earth rumbled in memory, groaned as if it would deny what had happened. Bars of sunlight cast through rents in the walls made motes of dust glitter where they yet hung in the air. Scorch marks marred the walls, the floors, the ceilings. Broad black smears crossed the blistered paints and gilt of once bright murals, soot overlaying crumbling friezes of men and animals which seemed to have attempted to walk before the madness grew quiet. The dead lay everywhere. Men and women and children, struck down in attempted flight by the lightnings that had flashed down every corridor, or seized by the fires that had stalked them, or sunken into stone of the palace, the stones that had flowed and sought, almost alive, before stillness came again. In odd counterpoint, colourful tapestries and paintings, masterworks all, hung undisturbed, except where bulging walls had pushed them awry. Finely carved furnishings inlaid with ivory and gold stood untouched, except where rippling floors had toppled them. The mind-twisting had struck at the core,
So I'm not gonna be
ignoring
able to read
peripheral
chat.
things.
Cause y'all gonna be wildin', I got it.
Luz Therin Telamon wandered the palace, deftly keeping his balance when the earth heaved. Ileana! My love! Where are you? The edge of his pale grey cloak trailed through blood as he stepped across the body of a woman, her golden-haired beauty marred by the horror of her last moments, her still open eyes frozen in disbelief. Where are you, my wife? Where is everyone hiding? His eyes caught his own reflection in a mirror hanging askew from bubbled marble. His clothes had been regal once, in grey and scarlet and gold.
Oh my God.
Now the finely woven cloth, brought by merchants from across the world sea, was torn and dirty, thick with the same dust that covered his hair and skin. For a moment, he fingered the symbol on his cloak, a circle half white and half black, the colours separated by a sinuous line.
Oh my God.
It meant something, that symbol. But the embroidered circle could not hold his attention long. He gazed at his own image with as much wonder. A tall man, just into his middle years, handsome once, but now with hair already more white than brown, and a face lined by strain and worry, dark eyes that had seen too much. Lews Therin began to chuckle, then threw back his head. His laughter echoed down the lifeless halls. Ileana, my love, come to me, my wife. You must see this. Behind him the air rippled, shimmered, solidified into a man who looked around, his mouth twisting briefly with distaste. Not so tall as Lews Therin, he was clothed all in black, save for the snow-white lace at his throat and the silverwork on the turned-down tops of his thigh-high boots. He stepped
Not the
carefully,
thigh-highs.
handling his cloak fastidiously to avoid brushing the dead. The floor
Not the
trembled with
thigh-highs.
aftershocks, but his attention was fixed on the man staring into the mirror and laughing. "Lord of the Morning," he said, "I have come for you." The laughter cut off as if it had never been, and Lews Therin turned, seeming unsurprised. "Ha! A guest. Have you the voice, stranger? It will soon be time for the singing, and here all are welcome to take part. Ileana, my love, we have a guest. Ileana! Where are you?" The black-clad man's eyes widened, darted to the body of the golden-haired woman, then back to Lews Therin. "Shaitan take you. Does the taint already have you so far in its grip?
Nah, you're wild.
That name. Lews Therin shuddered and raised a hand as though to ward off something. "You mustn't say that name. It's dangerous." "So you remember that much, at least. Dangerous for you, fool. Not for me. What else do you remember? Remember, you light-blinded idiot. I will not let it end with you swaddled in unawareness. Remember!" For a moment, Lews Therin stared at his raised hand, fascinated by the patterns of grime. Then he wiped his hand on his even dirtier coat and turned his attention back to the other man. "Who are you? What do you want?" The black-clad man drew himself up arrogantly. "Once I was called Elan Morin Tedronai, but now, Betrayer of Hope."
Whoa.
It was a whisper from Lews Therin. Memory stirred, but he turned his head, shying away from it. "So, you do remember some things. Yes. Betrayer of Hope. So have men named me, just as they named you Dragon. But unlike you, I embrace the name. They gave me the name to revile me, but I will yet make them kneel and worship it. What will you do with your name? After this day, men will call you Kinslayer. What will you do with that? Lews Therin frowned down the ruined hall. Ileana should be here to offer a guest welcome. He murmured absently, then raised his voice. Ileana!
Oh, shit.
Where are you?
Bruhs went crazy?
The floor
from the one
shook.
power?
The golden-haired woman's body shifted as if in answer to his call. His eyes did not see her. Elan Morin grimaced. Look at you, he said scornfully. Once you stood first among the servants. Once you wore the ring of Tamerlin and sat in the high seat. Once you summoned the 9 rods of dominion. Now look at you, a pitiful, shattered wretch.
Wait, the Amelie
But it
seat
is not
came
enough.
from them?
You humbled me in the Hall of Servants. You defeated me at the gates of Parandizen. But I am the greater now. I will not let you die without knowing that. When you die, your last thought will be the full knowledge of your defeat, of how complete and utter it is. If I let you die at all. I cannot imagine what is keeping Ileana. She will give me the rough side of her tongue if she thinks I've been hiding a guest from her. I hope you enjoy conversation, for she surely does.
Ileana's on the floor,
Be
bruh.
forewarned, Ileana will ask you so many questions you may end up telling her everything you know. Tossing back his black cloak, Elan Morin flexed his hands. A pity for you, he mused, that one of your sisters is not here. I was never very skilled at healing, and I follow a different power now. But even one of them could only give you a few lucid minutes if you did not destroy her first. What I can do will serve as well, for my purposes. His sudden smile was cruel. But I fear Shaitan's healing is different from the sort you know. Be healed, Lews Therin. He extended his hands, and the light dimmed as if a shadow had been laid across the sun. Pain blazed in Lews Therin, and he screamed, a scream that came from his depths, a scream he could not stop. Fire seared his marrow, acid rushed along his veins. He toppled backwards, crashing to the marble floor. His head struck the stone and rebounded. His heart pounded, trying to beat its way out of his chest, and every pulse gushed new flame through him. Helplessly he convulsed, thrashing, his skull a sphere of purest agony on the point of bursting. His hoarse screams reverberated through the palace. Slowly, ever so slowly, the pain receded. The outflowing seemed to take 1,000 years, and left him twitching weakly, sucking breath through a raw throat. Another 1,000 years seemed to pass before he could manage to heave himself over, muscles like jellyfish, and shakily push himself up on hands and knees. His eyes fell on the golden-haired woman, and the scream that was ripped out of him dwarfed every sound he had made before. Tottering, almost falling, he scrabbled brokenly across the floor to her. It took every bit of his strength to pull her up into his arms. His hands shook as he smoothed her hair back from her staring face. Ileana! Light, help me! Ileana!
Bruh.
His body curved around hers protectively, his sobs the full-throated cries of a man who had nothing left to live for. Ileana, no!
Oh,
No!
my God.
You can have her back, Kinslayer.
He pulled the
The
TV
great
show
Lord of the
Perrin?
Dark can make her live again, if you will serve him. If you will serve me. Lews Therin raised his head, and the black-clad man took an involuntary step back from that gaze. 10 years, betrayer, Luz Therin said softly, the soft sound of steel being bared. 10 years your foul master has racked the world. And now this. I will. 10 years, you pitiful fool. This war has not lasted 10 years, but since the beginning of time. You and I have fought 1,000 battles with the turning of the wheel. 1,000 times 1,000, and we will fight until time dies, and the shadow is triumphant. He finished in a shout, with a raised fist, and it was Luz Therin's turn to pull back, breath catching at the glow in the betrayer's eyes. Carefully, Luz Therin laid Ileana down, fingers gently brushing her hair. Tears blurred his vision as he stood, but his voice was iced iron. For what else you have done, there can be no forgiveness, betrayer. But for Ileana's death, I will destroy you beyond anything your master can repair. Prepare to... Remember, you fool. Remember your futile attack on the great Lord of the Dark. Remember his counterstroke. Remember. Even now the 100 companions are tearing the world apart, and every day 100 men more join them. What hand slew Ileana Sunhair, Kinslayer? Not mine. Not mine. What hand struck down every life that bore a drop of your blood? Everyone who loved you, everyone you loved. Not mine, Kinslayer. Not mine. Remember, and know the price of opposing Shaitan. Sudden sweat made tracks down Luz Therin's face through the dust and dirt. He remembered. A cloudy memory like a dream of a dream. But he knew it true. His howl beat at the walls, the howl of a man who had discovered his soul damned by his own hand. And he clawed at his face as if to tear away the sight of what he had done. Everywhere he looked, his eyes found the dead. Torn they were, or broken, or burned, or half consumed by stone. Everywhere lay lifeless faces he knew, faces he loved, old servants and friends of his childhood, faithful companions through the long years of battle, and his children. His own sons and daughters sprawled like broken dolls. Play stilled forever. All slain by his hand. His children's faces accused him, blank eyes asking why. And his tears were no answer. The betrayer's laughter flogged him, drowned out his howls. He could not bear the faces, the pain. He could not bear to remain any longer. Desperately he reached out to the true source, to tainted Sidene, and he travelled. The land around him was flat and empty. A river flowed nearby, straight and broad, but he could sense there were no people within 100 leagues. He was alone as a man could be while still alive. Yet he could not escape memory. The eyes pursued him through the endless caverns of his mind. He could not hide from them. His children's eyes, Ileana's eyes. Tears glistened on his cheeks as he turned his face to the sky. Light, forgive me. He did not believe it could come, forgiveness. Not for what he had done. But he shouted to the sky anyway, begged for what he could not believe he could receive. Light! Forgive me! He was still touching Sidene, the male half of the power that drove the universe, that turned the wheel of time, and he could feel the oily taint fouling its surface. the taint of the shadow's counterstroke, the taint that doomed the world, because of him. Because in his pride he had believed that men could match the Creator, could mend what the Creator had made and they had broken. In his pride he had believed. He drew on the true source deeply, and still more deeply, like a man dying of thirst. Quickly he had drawn more of the one power than he could channel unaided. His skin felt as if it were aflame. Straining, he forced himself to draw more, tried to draw it all. "Light, forgive me, Ileana!" The air turned to fire, the fire to light liquefied. The bolt that struck from the heavens would have seared and blinded any eye that glimpsed it, even for an instant. From the heavens it came, blazed through Luz Therin Telamon, bored into the bowels of the earth. Stone turned to vapour at its touch. The earth thrashed and quivered like a living thing in agony. Only a heartbeat did the shining bar exist, connecting ground and sky, but even after it vanished, the earth yet heaved like the sea in a storm. Molten rock fountained 500 feet into the air, and the groaning ground rose, thrusting the burning spray ever upward, ever higher. From north and south, from east and west, the wind howled in, snapping trees like twigs, shrieking and blowing as if to aid the growing mountain ever skyward, ever skyward. At last the wind died. The earth stilled to trembling mutters. Of Luz Therin Telamon, no sign remained. Where he had stood, a mountain now rose, miles into the sky, molten lava still gushing from its broken peak. The broad, straight river had been pushed into a curve away from the mountain, and there it split to form a long island in its midst.
What?
The shadow of the mountain almost reached the island. It lay dark across the land like the ominous hand of prophecy. For a time, the dull, protesting rumbles of the earth were the only sound. On the island, the air shimmered and coalesced. The black-clad man stood staring at the fiery mountain rising out of the plain, his face twisted in rage and contempt. "You cannot escape so easily, dragon. It is not done between us. It will not be done until the end of time." Then he was gone, and the mountain and the island stood alone, waiting. Chapter
My God! Oh my goodness! Yo! That was fantastic! Oh my God! That was... Yo! Okay, alright. That was actually fantastic. Out of all, like, I never expected it to be that incredible. That was the best. Oh my goodness. That was the best prologue I have ever partaken in my life. Holy frijoles. That was... Oh my God. That was incredible. Rosamund Pike. Oh my gosh. She was in her bag for this one. That was beautiful. That was absolutely fantastic, you guys. That was... Wow. 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 I am so excited about this journey that we're about to go on in this book club. Yo, I am so excited, man. That was a wonderful beginning to what we're about to get into. That was beautiful. I can't believe we didn't get that for the show. Like, that is how, like, imagine the show starting with that. Oh my God, we wouldn't have been ready for anything. But at the same time, I'm happy they didn't, because they obviously didn't have the budget to pull this off. Like, they might have the budget to pull this off in later seasons. I would not be surprised if we got this in season 3 as an explanation to Rand about his one power more, a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, I would not be surprised at all if we see this as a flashback, or we see this. Like, you know what would be crazy is to see this play out, but it be Rand and all of his friends. That would be awesome. Almost like I think we already got something like that, but to see this exact scene play out with our actors that we have now, even with the other actors that we had before, I would be so hyped to get that in any way, shape, or form. I would not be surprised at all if we get this in season 3 and or 4, because they are definitely going to get more and more money with how good this show is, and I am definitely going to be buying as much Wheel of Time content, merch, etc. as well. So this was so hype. This got me so hyped. This got me so ready. And it was awesome because I was picturing all of this with the Luciferin and Ileana that I'm pretty sure that we saw from the show as well when they were talking, right? So I'm seeing them, and then of course I'm just seeing all of this stuff going on at the same time, and it was really like, what a wonderful thing to go through. Like, I am definitely gonna read when I physically read this book as well. I am also going to read the prologue again, because that was beautiful, that was incredible, and it's definitely gonna set the tone for what's gonna be happening for the story. And I'm just pumped, yo. I'm so excited. That was awesome. So many things that were touched on in this. And if I'm not mistaken, that was Ishii, right? That was Ishii that he was talking to. The thigh-high boots obviously kind of let me figure that out. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I don't know if the show is doing a good enough job at portraying how Ishii really is feeling about, like, Luciferin and the Dragon Reborn entirely and all of that. Like, I don't think they have, like, this show paints an entirely different light than from what I saw from the show. You know what I mean? Like, whoa. Like, this has definitely given me a much deeper understanding of the relationship between Ishmael and the Dragon Reborn. Like, whoa. Like, this was incredible. I'm so excited to get into this book club, you guys. I am so excited. Yeah, man, this was a 10 out of 10 for me. I know I have not done a lot of audiobook stuff ever before. The only other audiobook the only other audiobook I have ever listened to is for Lord of the Rings, book 1. Don't know what that is titled specifically. My brain is so on Wheel of Time right now. That's the only other thing that I've listened to, and that was a fantastic time listening to it as well. But this has me ready. I'm fully immersed. I am prepared. Holy shit. I can't believe this is how the world ends. Like, that's definitely, like, the prologue is the apocalypse is beautiful. I need to know how Ishmael just kind of disappears. Like, how does Ishii just disappear like that? And then end up being trapped in the stones? Like, I definitely thought that was gonna be some type of ritual that they had to do in order to get in there, but it kind of seems like World's Ends and they just kind of escaped there into that. Or maybe we're going, Iron Man snap at the end of Endgame to where, like, hey, snap, all the people have disappeared, but instead the Dragon Reborn does that, and then all of the Dark Friends go into the seals, or maybe we have something along the lines of, like, I mean, and the thing that's really, really concerning to me is, like, there's still no mention of the Dark One. like, does the dark one even matter? Like, that's kind of how I'm starting to feel now that I've heard this, because unless it was because of the dark one that Luce Farron did everything in the first place, like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. This raises a lot of questions. I'm definitely gonna have to go back, and I need to also go back and read so I can figure out some of the names that were said, and some of the things that was just like spoken about as well. I want to make sure that I get that one going really, really. Oh, Shaitan is the dark one. Okay, thank you. I definitely was like, yo, they didn't even mention the dark one, my guy. What's going on here? So yeah, now that I know that Shaitan is the dark one, I gotta go back to that and look at it again and figure out what his name was in reference to, because because I was there was definitely some things that was said that made me get a little confused, and there was so much information just being fired at me, just like I couldn't do anything about it. I just had to roll with the punches, you know. And for a couple of times I wanted to like stop it and rewind it, but it was just like, yo, what's going on, man? Like what's going on here? What's happening? What are we doing? So that's definitely hype. I am so ready to keep going with this amazing book. Yo, this is going to be such a fantastic time. I am so prepared for this. I hope you guys are also prepared. I hope you guys are excited to get into all of this good stuff, because, man, book club is definitely about to go. It's about to go up, yo. It's about to go up, man. So I am so ready. All right, let's jump into chat and see how everyone is feeling, yo. I am super excited to know how everyone is feeling right now. Let me see. Let's open up chat. Let's open up some stuff. Mini feed, is that it? No, it's the other one. Here we go. There we go. Nope, that's not it either. Okay, maybe I'm tripping, y'all. Hey, yo, shout out to my guy. Hold on. Dope content idea. I know I'd watch more comics, maybe. Yo, what's up with it, Jamie? Hey, I appreciate you for renewing that Brovenger membership 13 months straight as a Brovenger, yo. Did I miss the anniversary? No, maybe I didn't. Yo, shout out to you. I'm definitely going to be doing some comic book club as well. Don't worry about that. I got a lot of stuff in mind for me as well when it comes to the comic book club sizes things, and reading maybe the most recent issues or reading some awesome back issues as well. So you can definitely look for that coming soon. It's coming soon. All right, let's jump back in the chat. Jump back in the chat. Let me see how you guys are going. Tough guy named Ellen is crazy. I call him Elon Muskin Tedroni? Yeah, I forgot her body shifted. That's weird. The prologue is supposed to not make a lot of sense. Don't worry. Okay, I could go for that. There's a certain dude in the TV show that tells you they are the betrayer of hope. Yeah, that's our boy, right? That's our boy Ishii, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Finns? God, I can't help but think of Winter Dragon this entire time. We are going to be jumping into Winter Dragon as well today. So get ready for that, you guys. We are going to be checking out the Winter Dragon prologue as well. He knows Fins. You don't have to be careful about that. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's Ishii, right? I just want to make sure. I wasn't sure if he knew who that was. Okay. Hey, I appreciate you, Finn. Yeah, we definitely appreciate you, Finn, for being very careful with your boy. Be gentle. Does he know how he is there at that moment, or is that a what the question for after? Okay, so this is a question that I'm supposed to be having. All right, I'm just making sure. Yo, I'm all hot. I'm burning up now. That got my blood is pumping off of that. My adrenaline is going. I'm ready to go run a 4K marathon, baby. Rosamund crushing it. Rosamund Pike absolutely killed that, you guys. Absolutely killed that. I'm actually really interested in going and listening to the prologue from from what is it, Kramer's point of view as well, and hearing how they did it, since I'm hoping that they did do the, I mean, of course, I think it's all males talking at that point, though, but still, I would really like to hear how that is as well with the music and all that stuff. I can only imagine how much of a lightning strike they hit when when that moment happens at the end of the prologue there. And what I think would be super dope is that, like, what I heard when that happened was the sound of Emperor Palpatine sending the Force lightning into the sky. And remember how it, like, crackled? That's what I heard in that moment of the lightning coming down and striking the earth and freaking cracking the entire world. How lit is that? What? That has to be the dopest thing I've ever heard, ever. That has to be the dopest thing ever. No lie. Like, that's awesome. He does not know how, just who. Okay. So I am supposed to be mad curious as how our boy Ishii is even there at that point, and how he didn't die, and how he was just looking on afterwards. Like, what? How would all that happen? I was very confused. I still am very confused. 10 years, what? Yeah, I was very confused about the 10 years as well. It was like 10 years, 1,000 years, knees is jelly, arms is heavy, throw up on the shirt, mom spaghetti. Like, I didn't know what was happening. It's like Rand's dreams, man. Sometimes I forget how just how entrancing the prologue is. That is a perfect word to use, Charisse. It was entrancing, yo. I was in a trance the entire time. Like, oh my God. Why am I a little teary-eyed? Rosamund is digging deep for this. Yeah, she did that. She did that. Like that, yeah, oh my goodness, yo. I was not ready for her to yell out. Like that, the actual scream that oh my goodness, I felt it. You know what I mean? Like, I felt that. Yeah, awesome. This is intense, yo, Cutie Pie. I hope you enjoyed that, because that was definitely different. The best prologue in fiction. I agree. Okay, time to share some sheep and get that brandy to bell time. Couldn't. Chat got sucked in. The birth of Dragon Mount. Like, bro, what? That's insane. Tava, how you doing? Yeah, that was amazing. What's up, Tava? I hope you enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed it. I'm so happy we got to experience that together, you guys. And I'm pretty sure for a lot of you, it was your first time hearing Rosamund Pike as well. So that's definitely amazing. What's up with this, Shay? Oh, you're listening to the book. We're going to be reading the book as well. We're just doing our prologue tonight with listening to it, so we can all enjoy it together to start book club off right. And then next week, when we reconvene, we will be talking about chapters 1 through 5, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's what we're doing, is doing 1 through 5 next week. So from this Wednesday to next Wednesday, you have time to read it. And then next week, we're coming back and we're talking about it. That's what we've agreed upon, I believe. Well, we really haven't agreed upon how many chapters we're going to be reading, but I think 5 is good. I know someone said that EDN had a good list. I don't remember who it was that had a good list on how to follow it. I did not read it. I did not check it out, so that's my bad. Yo, yeah, that was beautiful. That was incredible. Waiting. Such a simple word, but so much chills. I could... Damn. Yeah, that was beautiful. So many chills and so much foreshadowing. Man, like... There was definitely, like, some of the things that he said, even Ishii, that the things that Ishii was saying, I just pictured him and Rand also talking. You know, it's like, wow. Imagine a show based on this script. It would be such a banger. You could literally do an entire first season off of this prologue, and it be a self-contained season. into what's going to happen next. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, this entire scene could have been just so much more. Like, oh, bruh. Like, wow. Man, I want to know so much more. I hope we get these questions answered. I'm assuming we get every question ever raised answered in this book series, because that just seems like the type of writer that Robert Jordan was, for real, for real. We need this damn scene in the show. Rant, I could not agree more. I think they stayed away from it because of Winter Dragon. Oh, you know what? That is such a good point. They probably know the hate that's on there for Winter Dragon. They see what happens when you try to do that prologue. They see how not to do it. So they're like, let's get some more money. Let's get all the things that we need in order before we start doing it. When you rewatch the first Origins episode, keep that in mind. Wait, keep what in mind? What am I supposed to keep in mind when I'm watching the first episode of Origins? This prologue? Keep the prologue in mind when watching the episode? I think that's what you might mean. I'm still hoping to get it. I think we could. The Winter Dragon thing made them nope it as an open. Yeah. Hopefully we get it in the next season, though. Rosamund Pike is amazing. She is 100% all in her narration. Like, if a character has a pipe in their mouth, she makes it sound like she does too. Oh, okay. No, she was eating. She left no crumbs on that narration right there. I am 100% going to continue to listen to that narration, probably while I read it, to be completely honest with you, especially since I'm about to be in this car with all these kids. I'm definitely going to have the AirPods in, listening and reading at the same time. I'm just scared that my eyes won't go as fast as she's reading. I'm hopeful we'll get it. Probably the cold open to episode 8 next season. I could be here for that all the way. That would be amazing, Marisu. That actually does sound like the perfect time to put in there. I think the biggest surprise show only readers get surprised by the most is that the boys are barely 18 and Egwene is only 16. What? Egwene is supposed to be 16 in the show? They did not. I guess they did. I guess I didn't understand that properly. Rosamund Pike's mother directed her narration? What, Matt? That's awesome. That's actually incredible. The thigh highs are wild. Yo, thigh highs are crazy. As soon as she said it is thigh high boots, I was like, wait. Yo, the thigh highs are actually crazy. Yeah. The thigh highs are definitely insane. I need to know what's up with that for sure. The thigh highs kill me every time. I always try to forget about them. The show kind of reimagines Ishii's personality, I think. You're going to have to treat the books as a separate experience. I agree with that completely, and I'm happy that I have that notion early on, quick, fast, and early in the prologue, because I'll let you know right now, this Ishii that we just got introduced to is way more menacing than the Ishii that we've met in the show. I feel like the Ishii in the show is like caring almost, and you know, like has a little bit of, you know, loving qualities going on type of vibe. But I love that Ishii as well. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially because it's my first iteration of Ishii that I know. I'm probably gonna shit bricks when I figure out more about him. Very interesting question. Yes, very good question. Raffo, the Ishii being there. Shaitan equals Dark One. Yeah, I must have dropped the ball on that one. I don't know what. Maybe because I was trying to figure out if that was actually Ishii. You know what I mean? And then I just was drawing a blank. Jinx is crazy. His true name is Shaitan. Oh, Shaitan. Shaitan. I think the I is silent. The great lord of the dark is the Dark One too, and your foul master. Maybe I was looking for the Dark One to be said so much that I just didn't pay attention to any of those obvious hints right there. That might be my bad. They will let you know that early into book 1. Oh, okay. We are all the Dark One on this blessed day. It's meant to be confusing. It's okay. Imagine reading that prologue at 15 without any context. Like, what did I just read? That's actually a really good point. I couldn't imagine reading this as a young whippersnapper, 15. I couldn't imagine my son getting a hold of this book and reading the prologue. He'd be like, yo, what the heck is going on? And he's 9, so he'd be like, what the what? Yeah, you're not supposed to understand it 100%. Okay. Oh, we're Dragon Sworn. We stay ready. Ooh, I like Dragon Sworn. That's dope. As far as how Ishii was there, not gonna lie, most people don't truly figure it out in their first read, though. At least not the full context. Yeah, audiobooks are just a whoosh of too much information for me. I use them for rereads. I definitely can see that. Like, this was a lot of information, and my brain was trying to download it, and I was like, wait. There's so much information. Okay. All right. Okay, this is going on here. Okay, 1,000 years. Where the hell did we go? Like, what happened for 1,000 years? 10 years? What? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I that's why I want to read it, so I can actually see what's happening and not just hear what's happening. I guess that's kind of how I feel right now. I feel like my brain doesn't have all the information, so I'm a little like glitchy right now because I'm like, oh yeah, that happened, but I can't recall it fully. Stream doesn't end until you watch Winter Dragon. Is this a threat? Entrancing is the perfect word for RJ. Wait till he does that, sucks you in, then punches you in the face. Nah. That's crazy. Hold on. Yo. Can you please bring me something to drink? Huh? I don't know what you're saying. Oh. Yeah. My bad. Not gonna lie, when season 1 begun with just Moiraine and Lan suiting up, we were all mad disappointed. Now you know why. Yes, I definitely understand so much more now than I did previously. I had no clue whatsoever what was going on. Like, literally, I had no idea why so many people were like very frustrated, but I definitely understand. It's because this is insane and it was nowhere to be found. I was most disappointed by no thumb, no scratch, and no clock. Thumb, scratch, and clock. That sounds crazy. I definitely prefer publication order with the prologue first for the epigraph. I'm not gonna lie, during the epigraph, I was very focused on chat still, and it was hard for me to listen to the epigraph while I was reading what you guys were saying. It was just really hard for me to, like, I don't know, it was just hard for me to comprehend that. So I definitely need to go back and get that going too. The epigraph is the main part that I really wasn't like locked into. Really the only part. So I definitely need to go back and get the epigraph going again. How long was the epigraph? Oh, it was only 2 minutes. Are you guys down to reread that part just so I can kind of get a little bit more context on what was going on with that epigraph? Because I definitely wasn't listening to it because I was nervous that I was listening to the wrong thing because I saw you guys saying, wait, this isn't right. So I was like, wait, am I not supposed to be listening to this? But then you guys were like, wait, I think it's just reversed. And then that's when I started listening again, like actively. So let me know if you guys are down to check out the epigraph again. RJ's family said he was always entrancing. He'd tell stories to the kids at family events like a gleeman. That's awesome. Now I know what I'm going to be doing. The answers are there, but they're not always very obvious. I feel that. The boys are all 20 in the book. The girls are 16, 17, and Nynaeve is 25 or so. Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense to me. It makes way more sense as to why everyone is so like hovering over Nynaeve. Egwene is because she's the baby of the group, so everyone is like trying to really like lock in with her. I feel that. In the books, they're only 18 and Egwene is 16. They aged them for the show by 2 years. Okay. Actually, the boys are always around 20 in the books, but Egwene is around 16. The Aiel War was 20 years ago. That's when Rand was born. Oh. They act like 14, so it messes with everyone. Are you Joshua Stradowski? Because I'll fanboy a bit if you are. Who? I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Joshua Stradowski? That's a crazy fire name, though. That sounds like somebody that's here to have some business and party. Rant's like, I think that's saying yes. I think that's a yes for you, Matt. I organize playlists for the audiobooks. I have one that is all Matt's POVs, for example. Whoa. That's kind of insane. I'm not going to lie. There's things about the prologue that I only recently realized, even after years and years. Whoa. Seriously, you never know. Some of the cast admitted they watch Wheel of Time content on here and hide in chat. What? Giver? Yes, go for it. Joshua is Rand's actor. Oh, that's right. I knew that because his name isn't Joshua. It's Yasha. It's Yasha, right? It's Yasha. Yeah, I always forget his name. I'm very bad with actors' names. I've actually only, since Marvel Bros, have actually only been paying attention to actors' names. I was definitely one of the people, you know what I'm saying, that locked in a little bit more. You know what I mean? That locks into like the shows and I'm very in universe for me, you know, like everything in my brain is in universe. I don't look for out universe answers such as cast not being available to do stuff or things like that. No, it's like, what is the canon? My brain stays very in canon. I dive very deep in the worlds, but I do like to come outside of those worlds and, you know, pay homage to these actors that make things awesome. Take your shirt off. Yo, seconded is crazy. All right. Let's hear this one more time. Let me hear the epigraph again, and then we can start talking about book club and then getting into the Winter Dragon. Let's get it.
And the shadow fell upon the land, and the world was riven, stone from stone. The oceans fled,
Ooh.
and the mountains...
You know what? I'm going to get my book, and I'm going to follow along. All right, guys, let's follow along in the book. Get your books ready for the epigraph. Is this the earlier? And can someone please let me know what the hell is the difference between an epigraph and a prologue, and why we need two different ones? Wait. This doesn't seem like the same thing that she was just reading. Hold up. No, yeah. Earlier epigraph, I think. All right, let's see.
And the shadow fell upon the land, and the world was riven, stone from stone. The oceans fled, and the mountains were swallowed up, and the nations were scattered to the 8 corners of the world.
Yeah, mine says ravens.
The moon was as blood,
Hold on.
and the sun was as ashes.
What the hell is ravens?
The seas boiled, and the living envied the dead. All was shattered, and all but memory lost, and one memory above all others, of him who brought the shadow and the breaking of the world, and him they named Dragon. From Aleph Nin Tyren, Alta Camora, The Breaking of the World. Author unknown. The Fourth Age.
Okay, none of this is in my book. Oh, no, it's after the prologue, like you guys said. What the hell? What's happening? I'm so confused. Okay, so the earlier is not the epigraph, and the epigraph is not the prologue, and the epigraph comes after the prologue, but she read it first. Now I understand what you guys were saying. Your boy was mad confused, okay? Your boy is confused right now, you guys. Your boy is confused. I don't know what else to say. I'm confused. So we got to listen to it again, because I was just looking for it that whole time. I promise this is the last time that we going to listen to it. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
And the shadow fell upon the land, and the world was riven, stone from stone.
Okay, here we go.
The oceans fled, and the mountains were swallowed up, and the nations were scattered to the 8 corners of the world. The moon was as blood, and the sun was as ashes. The seas boiled, and the living envied the dead. All was shattered, and all but memory lost, and one memory above all others, of him who brought the shadow and the breaking of the world, and him they named
Yo!
From Aleph Nin Tyren, Alta Camora.
She hit
Breaking
that
of the
old
World.
tongue some vicious, too.
Author unknown. The Fourth Age. And it came to pass in those days, as it had come before and would come again, that the dark lay heavy on the land, and weighed down the hearts of men, and the green things failed, and hope died. And men cried out to the Creator, saying, O light of the heavens, light of the world, let the promised one be born of the mountain, according to the prophecies, as he was in ages past, and will be in ages to come. Let the Prince of the morning sing to the land that green things will grow, and the valleys give forth lambs. Let the arm of the Lord of the dawn shelter us from the dark, and the great sword of justice defend us. Let the dragon ride again on the winds of time.
Oh,
From
my
Harald Driana an
God. That
cycle
hits
of the dragon.
so
Author
much
unknown.
harder.
The Fourth Age.
Yo, that was actually fantastic. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. That was amazing. That was yo. Oh my goodness. That was so much better the second time around. I am happy. I am pleased. That was tremendous. That was beautiful. I don't even know what to do right now. Other than be very, very happy and pleased. Because that, my friends, that was beautiful. Wow. Just wow. Like, Jesus. That's definitely 10 out of 10 right there for me. Not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's see. Women want more Yasha. Men want more Greendale. Introduced. Just how it is. Who's Greendale? Who's Greendale? I can't wait to hate how much people criticize the actress who plays Greendale for not being pretty enough. I don't know who Greendale is, and I don't know who's playing her either. I followed along in my ebook. Hey, let's go. I'm sure all the women in chat already looked up the actor Callum Kerr, right? I don't know who that is. Epigraphs aren't a scene with characters interacting. They are an in or out universe quotation. An out universe? What? Oh, okay. So it can either be something that is directly connected to the story, or it can be something that is like written to someone else. Is that right? Ravens is the additional prologue. What? So there's more than one prologue? Egwene POV. So kind of like the beginning that we did get from the show, where she's like in the water and all that stuff. Ravens is an extra prologue that RJ wrote for the YA edition of the books. You can tell it's written at a lower reading level. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, interesting that it's reversed in the Rosamund audio. Yeah, and it actually makes a shitload of less sense if it's before the audio. I didn't know what was going on. I was a little confused. You know? That's why I thought she skipped the prologue. Yeah, for sure. It makes so much more sense second. OMG, it's after 1 a.m. here. I gotta go to bed. Sleep well and wake, y'all. Alright, sleep well and wake, Sharice. I hope you have a good one. By the way, one reason to read the physical books is the chapter icons. They give hints to secrets sometimes. Ooh. Give me some dice. You should be able to, I don't remember what the game is called. But if you gamble, I think it's gambling. I might be wrong. Light of the heavens, light of the world, weep for your salvation. Yeah. Or as What Up says, let the dragon ride again on the winds of prime. That's funny. Weep for your salvation is such a bar. Doviandi Satovias again. Yes, that's what it is. Exclamation point. Is it? I think I put Dovi in there. Might be wrong. Greendale is the other female Forsaken mentioned by Lanfear, but hasn't appeared yet. She is known for her excesses and transparent clothing. Oh, okay. Some book cloaks said Lanfear's actress wasn't pretty enough to be playing her because the books describe her as impossibly beautiful. Graendale is similar. Oh my goodness. Those book cloaks are weeping now. The dice is reference to chapter icons. Okay. Because I decked them. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, yo. That was a fantastic prologue, epigraph, and like, yes, I can't wait to read it again because I am reading both. I'm reading all of that again for sure. Super hype. Super hype, yo. Super, super hype. All right, y'all. Now let's talk about book club. How are we doing book club, okay? How should we do book club? Five chapters a week or selected reading order, or a selected reading order, because I know you guys said that someone had a selected reading order to go by that split the book up nicely, and we could definitely go by that, or we can just read it 5 chapters a week. So let me know what you guys are more inclined to do. I think 5 chapters a week is like a good way to go, but I haven't read the book, so you know, having that selected. Oh, let me set a timer just so we can get that. I'll set a timer for another 2 minutes. There we go. All right, so 5 chapters a week or a selected reading order as by whoever the page was that you guys were talking about. Natasha pretty much stole that season for sure. Yeah, she went crazy. Callum Kerr, by the way, is who they cast as Galad. I don't know. Even as a hetero male, I can admit he's hot as... That's crazy. I think chapter 5 is a decent stopping point, but chapter 6 would be better story-wise. Yeah. 5 a week seems fine, but sometimes chapters are multiple times larger than others, so you have to be careful in certain books. 10.6 weeks if we go by 5 chapters a week, or 1 chapter might be 2/3 of a book. That's crazy. Okay, so I think I remember you guys saying read 6 chapters for the first week and then 5 chapters a week after that point. I think that's what we talked about the last time. So that might be this strat, you know, because if it's a 10, oh, good lord, if it's a, let's see, let's put this over here, close those. Okay. So it's 10 weeks. So 6 chapters and then 5 from then on out. Right? Like that, right? I just want to make sure that we're on the same page and we got it going. So the Wheel of Time, Eye of the World. Well. It was 53 chapters. Okay. All right. All right. So, yeah. So, chapters 1 through 6. 1 through 6. What is that? 7. 7 through 11. Is that right? Is that right? (18 to 23). 24 to 29. 30 to 35. 36 to 40. 41 to 46. Oh, and then 52 and 53 would be like the end. For reference, the first episode of season 1 covers up to chapter 10. Leave taken? God damn. Check Nerdy Nightly, and they did 12 chapters for the first book club, so their list may not be great. God damn. Okay. All right, so it looks like this is what we're running with so far. So we'll do chapter 1 through 6, then 7 through 11, then 12 through 17, 18 to 23, 24 to 29, 30 to 35, 36 to 40, 41 to 46, 46 to 51, and then finishing it off with chapter 52 and 53. How does this look to everybody? Does this suffice? Nerdy does like 4-hour streams for book club though. Damn. Doing what? We might adjust those here and there for better story stopping points. Okay, just making sure. That's kind of what I figured, is maybe we could go by like a almost like just kind of set it up for like a like this, but then still kind of have a week by week basis to where we're we are doing exactly what you said, starting and stopping for story purposes. There's a certain chapter in the last book that will need its own session. Oh shit! Okay. Damn, that's crazy. Looks good to me. I can tell you right now, you want 30 to be a stopping point, and 31 to 34 to be together. Okay, so 24 to 30, 31 to 34. Oh, wait. 31 to 36. And then just increase everything by 1, right? So maybe should we do 47 to 53? Would that just be better? 47 to 53, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Yeah. We start with 6 chapters, we end with 6 chapters. So 9 weeks then. How does that sound? Oh yeah, it is 48 to 53. You're right. The last chapters are short. Oh, okay. 48 to 53. Nerdy doesn't play or read. They discuss for those hours. Yeah, that's what we'll be doing as well. We'll be discussing everything like the whole time as well. I'm probably going to have a whole, a whole list, like a whole note section. What is it called when you, is it, so do you guys annotate your books? Except for certain special chapters they react to live. I want to do that same thing too. Certain chapters, just listen to them live, or whatever the case may be. Whatever chapters you guys might want to be like, yo, let's listen to this, or you know what I mean. And of course, I think we'll do this first entire either all of or half. We'll do everything like open just here in open on YouTube for everybody. But for like the next book clubs that we do getting closer in, we'll start having some stuff in the Brovenger's membership for being able to listen to some stuff, doing listen alongs and all of these things, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff going. Let me know. Do you guys annotate your books? If no, let me know in chat why. If yes, also let me know in chat why. I would love to know why you don't annotate your books. I'm on board. Let's go, Matt. And remember, the glossary is for after you finish the book, not before. Thank you, Marisu. You know me. I am a... you know me, because that's definitely something I need to know, because I'll be all up in there looking for things, trying to figure out what this word means, what that word means, and just studying it, you know? The same thing like I'm going to do with this map. Definitely going to be looking at that map for a while, now that I got a physical version of it. Better to just ask readers before looking in glossary, honestly, and they can tell you without spoiling. Oh, that's a really good question. I'll bring my question. I'll have questions ready for y'all for sure. Oh, snap. Whoops, my bad. I thought I turned that off. It's easy to get immediately into, wow, now I see how much better the books are about it. That's fair and all, but I like to warn people to be careful and not to let one experience overly affect the other. Hey, I appreciate you, Rant. I really appreciate this like a lot. I'm going to go ahead and pin that, because I really appreciate you saying that, and I think that is a really, really good point. You know what? Let's give you some Marvel bucks for that as well. Because I definitely agree, and I definitely appreciate that. I always try to go into everything with an open mind and high expectations, period. And, you know, coming from reading manga to watching the show, I definitely am used to things being different and not holding one thing to the other. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to kind of go the reverse of reading the book first. Not reading the book first, but watching and then reading, because most of the stuff that I've read, it's been like a reverse to where I've read it first and then watched it. But I definitely appreciate that, and that's something that I will keep in mind throughout the duration of our book club. I do unspeakable things to my paperbacks. They look like a dog got at it by the time I'm done. No, that's crazy. Paperbacks I do. Hardcovers, hell no. Okay. I guess that's a good point though. Hardcovers are definitely the way to go. Yo, I saw some hardcover Full Metal Alchemist mangas today, and good lord, I want to get those so bad. Like, now I gotta have a bookcase in my background as well, so I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do to get that bookcase going. I might just take out a level from this and just add and just like make it a bookshelf level type of thing with layers and all that good stuff. Maybe. Yeah, I have like 2-3 paperbacks of each book in varying degrees of shape. I lend them out all the time, but I always have my hardcovers set aside. Okay. So hardcovers are the do not open pops, and then paperbacks are the ones that you can just kind of open and have out for display. Or the comics that you don't open. You know, the hardcovers is the one that you never read, really, but you got it on standby. I can tell you after the end of book 1, you'll need 2 sessions for answers. You'll need 2 sessions for us to answer questions. Yo, that's hilarious. I'm definitely going to be writing questions down as I go, for real. Another warning after seeing many first-time reader YouTubers, if a lot of people are watching live, then reaffirm when your questions are rhetorical, or you'll be spoiled. Oh, okay, I got you. I understand what you're saying. Wheel of Time takes advantage of books' abilities to get you inside characters' heads more than most books. That's the biggest difference from the show. How much of their thoughts you get. Oh, and the answers to those questions will be shrug. Yo, that's ill. I got books 1 and 2 lent to me, finished them about a month before book 3 was released. I waited in line for most of the books. Longest was book 6, was in line for 2.5 hours. Holy shit, that's awesome, Fins. That's super dope, yo. So you're old too then. That's what's up. You get a lot more history and prophecy in the books. Yo, y'all have me so excited. I'm so happy that I have Mistborn because I'm really scared that I'm going to start reading this book, The Wheel of Time, and not want to put it down. And then I'm going to be on like chapter 23 when we're supposed to just be in chapters 1 through 6. That's really what I don't want to happen. So that's why I got my other book going and all this other stuff just in case I am in that. Okay, I need to feed my nerd brain hunger and read some right now. So that's a go time. And then Remy will be reading with us. I'm getting the book for her digitally so she can read it on her iPad while I read it on my, read my physical copy while she reads it digitally. That's what I was trying to say. I thought I have this book, but I don't. I thought I had it already, but I don't. So I gotta go grab that for sure. More characters too? Oh yeah, that's right. You guys did say that. That's true. I remember you guys saying there's not as many characters. By forcing yourself to stop and digest every week, you'll probably end up understanding a lot more than we did first time around. Oh, yeah, I can see that. And not to mention having all of you guys here and already have watching the show. I think that's a lot of stuff that's in my favor for sure. And y'all know, I be nerding out. I be really nerding out with this stuff. So I be having my tinfoil cap on all the time. Yeah, we buzzed through the books at Mach 7 first time through. I can only imagine. That's how I feel. Like, I feel like I'm going to just want to read. So I'm really happy that I have Mistborn as well. So I can stop reading that and just kind of relax. And then I want to get into the expansion also. But I also want to do a Mistborn book club. So I might not even read this yet and just get like a manga or something to read instead, because I definitely don't want to go through. Oh, I don't want to. I do want to do book club for Mistborn as well. I remember that. So I'll actually probably stop reading this to be completely honest, because I do want to go into more of Mistborn blind when we get to that. And I know that's like 10 weeks, but I think it'll be worth it to be able to react to this live with you guys as well, because I know everyone is going to want to continue doing book club afterwards, and I know a lot of Wheel of Timers are also fans of Mistborn and the Cosmere and all that stuff as well. So I think it'll be dope to kind of go back and forth, play a little ping pong with Wheel of Time and the Stormlight trilogy or Mistborn or whatever you want to call it and all that stuff. I think that'll be a vibe. And we can even go, you know what I mean? We can even go Wheel of Time book 1 and 2 and then switch over to Mistborn, since we're not going to be able to read book 3 until it comes out, you know? You know what I'm saying? I read the whole series in 40 days with no one to talk to about it. The first time I read it, I did a lot of reading during those 40 days. Damn, Daniel, you was on it, yo. That's crazy. 40 days is crazy. Then had to wait for the next book, so you reread them a couple times in between. Book 7 to book 11 was the hardest part. Just over 10 years between them. Damn. I love the Cosmere so much, even more than Wheel of Time. Oh, snap. That's lit. That's awesome. I haven't gotten... I love Brandon Sanderson. Like, yo, Brandon Sanderson is the guy. He's given me so much inspiration and knowledge into creating my own book series and stuff like that. It's crazy. I didn't start until 2014, so I never had to wait. I'm curious if you'll picture the actors when reading about the characters. I've replaced some of my mental images with actors like Egwene and Nynaeve, but I have a distinctly different one for Lan. You know what? I don't think I will have the characters from the show in my head, because it only really worked for for Luce Farron and Ishi, because they didn't talk about them a lot in the book. You know, they didn't describe how they look or describe nothing. They just kind of said, here's these two characters, and then when they said Luce Farron, they automatically just went to the character from the show, because that's all I know about Luce Farron, and they didn't give me too much of him either. You know, they didn't say what he looked like that or anything like that, other than, you know, the thigh-high boots. We didn't get a lot of description for Ishi either, so they just kind of took over as default. So I think my brain will take over as default until we get more until I get more descriptive details of how characters look specifically. That's why you probably call books 8 through 10 the slog, while we called it the lull. Oh. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, Lan is the most different in my head. Rest are pretty close, honestly. Him and Elias. Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, you guys have me all hyped about it now. All right, and now for the other moment that you guys have been waiting for. I hope you know what that moment is. I think you guys know the moment that you've all been waiting for, because you've been waiting for it for quite some time now. We almost did this last week. We end up not doing it, but, you know, we set it to be with this week while we do our Wheel of Time, prologue watch party, prologue read along, whatever you want to call it. So now we are here, and you know what that means. Do you know what that means? I'll tell you what that means. It's time for Winter Dragon. I know everybody is excited to get into Winter Dragon. We are going to be watching the Wheel of Time TV pilot for Winter Dragon. I know you guys have been wanting me to check this out, wanting me to watch it, wanting me to get into it. We had to nerd out about that prologue, and now it is time to get into this atrocious pilot episode that you guys have told me about time and time again. I am so excited to get this going and kind of figure out what is going to be going on in this pilot. You guys have talked so much shit about this pilot, so I'm really excited to see if that is warranted or not. All right. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Wheel of Time TV pilot, Winter Dragon.
Turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that...
Wait. I'm sorry. I didn't realize how old this was going to be. That threw me off. I felt like I was watching Smallville just now. Okay. Let me rewind. Let me get it together. Now I understand, you know, what level we're going to be, what level we're at right now. I'm trying hard not to laugh, bruh. Yo, that was bad. Now we're starting off real rocky, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, this isn't old. It's not that old. It's just bad. This is just how it looks. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm trying not to crack up at this, yo, because I can like this is intense. Someone worked really hard on this, so I don't want to shit on it too hard. Okay. All right, I'm done.
Turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth.
Yo, what
and
in the
myth
Power
long
Rangers
forgotten
is happening
when the
right
age
now?
that gave it birth comes again. In one age, called the Age of Legends by some, an age yet to come, an age long past, an unspeakable evil was unleashed upon the world. Shaitan, the Dark Lord. Imprisoned by the Creator, the Dark Lord summoned an army of
Imprisoned
shadow,
by the
channelers of
Creator.
the true power. Forces of light rose to oppose them. The Aes Sedai, channelers
Wait
of
a
the One
minute.
Power, and the Great War began. In the years of war that follow, millions perished until blood stained the shores and nearly all was lost. Pushed to the edge of defeat, the forces of light rallied behind the most powerful Aes Sedai the world has ever known. Luz Theron Telemon, a man known as the Dragon. And at long last, Shaitan was defeated.
Okay.
So it seemed.
All right. Okay, real quick. I have to say this right now. This is ass. But it's doing a really good job of setting the tone for what's going on. They were definitely going for some Game of Thrones type of vibe. Billy Zane. Isn't that the dude that does ShamWow? No, wait, that's Billy Mays. No, that's Billy Mays. That's Billy Mays. This aired on TV? The narration worked hard on this? Did they though? They worked about as hard as a shit. They worked about as hard as a 7th grader plagiarizing his essay off Wikipedia. So me. Oh shit, is this the prologue? This looks absolutely atrocious. Is this the highest quality?
You can't catch me.
Can't hide forever.
Come find me, silly.
Shayla, you're playing too. Luce Jr.
This way, silly.
Skya. I'll catch you.
I'm over here. Lose.
You can't hide forever.
Lord of the morning. At long last, I have come for you.
Ah, a guest. Welcome, friend. Have you the voice? It will soon be time for the singing. And here all can take part. Ileana, we have a guest. Ileana, you silly girl. My wife and her games. That's her favorite spot this time of day. She says the gold from the morning sun will make the darkest day seem brighter. Ah. Forgive the mess. My children still haven't learned to put their toys away.
Satan take you. Has the taint got you so deep in its grip?
The taint?
You mustn't say it, it's dangerous.
So you remember that much, at least?
Oh.
What else do you remember? What else?
I remember.
You remember. Remember, you light-blinded idiot. I will not have it end this way with you swaddled in unawareness.
Who are you?
Once I was known as Elin Morin Tedranai.
Betrayer of home.
So men have named me, as they have named you, Dragon. They gave me my name to revile me. But I'll make them kneel and worship it.
Ileana! Ileana!
I trust after this day they will call you something else.
Ileana! Ileana!
Which one is
Children!
Zane?
Ileana! Ileana!
Zane is Ishi. Okay, thank you.
Children, where have you been?
Am I tripping or in the books? From what I heard, I thought her hair was blonde, not his hair. I understand now.
Ileana!
I thought her hair was blonde. Not his hair isn't blonde either. What the hell? Whose hair was blonde? I'm so confused. Not really though. Maybe they just changed it up because this isn't obviously accurate. Nah, wait, are the dolls actually people? Come on, son, that's crazy. There's no way, right? Like, that's not what's happening, right? Hitting that 2 rivers to back, yes, that's right, you already know. She don't look sun-haired. Okay, I'm not tripping then.
Look at you. Most powerful Aes Sedai in all of the Hall of Servants.
Didn't we get something like this?
A
From
champion. As strong with the one power as any man would hope to be. Once you wore the Ring of Tamlin and sat on the high seat. Once you summoned the 9 rods of dominion. And now
crazy that the Aes Sedai sit on the Amberlin seat.
Servants. You
The way he
defeated
sits on
me
the Amberlin seat.
at the gates of Perrin Descent. But I am the greater now, and I will not let you die without you knowing that. When you die, your last thought will be your complete and utter defeat.
Bro is doing a terrible job at being Ishi. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That is, of course, if I allow you to die.
I cannot take this man seriously.
Okay, it's your sister's turn now. Roll the dice.
My turn. Seven.
You get to go.
The singing has begun.
Children, the singing.
Come, friend. We must hurry if we're going to take part. Hurry, the singing has begun.
Go, hurry, let's go.
Ileana! Children!
Bruh said Ileana 27 times.
I don't understand.
Of course you don't. At least not yet. Be healed. Be healed, Lews Therin.
Is Zane wearing the thigh-high
Let
boots?
thy madness shield you no more. Be healed. Be healed. And remember.
Be healed and remember. Come on, son.
Remember.
Nah, not the commercial break. Bruh, no lie, the fan made one you guys had me watch is tremendously better than this shit. Not the rock music, yeah, the rock music. Wait! What did he get? What did he get?
Light! Help me! Help me!
It's no use. She's gone. They're all gone. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can have her back. Shaitan, the great lord, can make her live again.
Oh my God! That scream is insane!
It's no use. She's gone. They're all gone. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can have her back. Shaitan, the great lord, can make her live again. If you serve him.
I feel like I'm watching Thor Love and Thunder right now.
Serve you. Serve you. For 10 years. Betrayal. 10 years your foul master, Shaitan, has wrecked the world.
10 years? You and I have fought battles for 1,000 years upon the turning of the wheel, 1,000 times 1,000, and we will fight again until time dies and the shadow is victorious.
Even the screaming ghosts are better than this.
For what you have done, there no forgiveness. None. For Ileana's death, I will destroy you. Beyond anything your master can repair.
Has the madness still clouded your mind?
Are they in the
Remember, you
same
fool.
realm or something? How is bro teleporting around like that?
What hand slew Ileana's son Her? What hand struck down every life that bore a drop of your blood? Everyone you loved. Everyone who loved you. Not mine. Not mine. Kinslayer.
No. It can't be. No. I would never so much as raise a hand. I have only ever drawn upon the one power to rid this world from darkness, not to engulf it in the same madness.
Then how?
How
My
does
eyes were
almost
blinded,
word
my
for
mind was
word
poisoned.
Jordan sound so bad?
The one power has been tainted.
Tainted, forever stained by the Dark One's touch. From this day forth, any man who dares draw from the one power falls victim to the same fate. They will find only madness or death. Even now, your Aes Sedai brothers fall victims to the same fate. Even now, the 100 companions are tearing this world apart, and 100 more will join them each day. What happened here is only the beginning.
And 100 more will join them.
Consider
each
yourself
day.
blessed. At least I am here to end your suffering. Your brothers are not as fortunate.
Shaitan.
Sounds
Shaitan
like
brought this upon us.
Bane.
Remember your
From
futile
Harley
attack
Quinn show.
upon the Dark Lord. Now you remember this, his counterstroke. And know the price of opposing Shaitan. But it doesn't have to end this way. You can still be with her. Your home will be restored, your world made whole.
And in return for such a gracious display of generosity,
You will serve Shaitan, either by your choice or his command.
Light, forgive me. Light, forgive me. Light, forgive me. Ileana, forgive me.
You cannot escape so easily, Dragon.
Bro, this shit is...
There's nowhere you can run where I cannot find you.
You're a champ, Sensei. It's almost over. You got this. Yo, am I showing that I'm that uninterested? What the hell is that?
If you'll excuse me, old friend, I have to join my family.
What the hell is that? The Red Ranger sword?
Dragon!
Him putting it on his shoulder is crazy.
Dragon!
What the hell does he? What the hell is he carrying?
Dragon!
Dragon! Did he just give him a fist pound? Did they just fist bump? They fist bumped. They fist bumped.
Dragon,
Oh my
it
god.
will not be done until the end of time.
And the shadow fell upon the land, and the world was riven stone from stone. The oceans fled, and the mountains were swallowed up, and the nations were scattered to the 8 corners of the world. The moon was as blood, and the sun was as ashes. The seas boiled, and the living envied the dead. All was shattered, and all but memory lost, and one memory above all others. Of him who brought the shadow and the breaking of the world. And him they named Dragon.
Look at that fire.
And it comes to pass in those days, as it had come before and would come again, that the dark lay heavy on the land and weighed down the hearts of men.
Oh, they're not gonna show the actual breaking of the
And men
world.
cried out to the Creator,
Oh,
saying, O
wow.
light of the heavens, light of the world, let the promised one be born of the mountain, according to the prophecies, as he was in ages past, and will be in ages to come. Let the arm of the Lord of the dawn shelter us from the dark, and the great sword of justice defend us. Let the dragon ride again on the winds of time.
Woo! That was bad. That was bad. That was bad, you guys. That was terrible. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. That was really not good. That was really, really not good. Why did you guys want me to watch that so bad? I am so confused. Yo, that was actually atrocious. But I will say this. This intro actually has the potential to be hard as hell. Like, they definitely made it. Like, this looks terrible, right? But this intro actually could have been flame. Like, this could have been that could have been an amazing intro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of cool. It's just the worst CGI, the worst design I've ever seen in my life. But this still looks really dope. Like that looks dope. Like the wheel spinning, seeing the different icons of Wheel of Time rolling, and then going out and seeing the entirety of the wheel. Whoa, that's actually a really amazing concept. And that's the only thing that has an ounce of goodness to this. You know what this seems like to me? Have you guys ever watched Twitches? Have you ever seen Twitches with Tia and Tamara Moultrie, whatever the hell their names are, with the twin sisters, and it's about the twin witches? That's a Disney Plus. It's a Disney movie. This feels like Twitches in all of the worst ways possible. Like when they go back to their land of their fantasy land castle, and the uncle is there and the mom is there. They just gave terrible performances when it comes to acting. That's what this reminded me of completely. Like, this reminded me of the worst versions of Twitches possible. Twitches I like Twitches. It's good. It's fun. It's a movie that you can laugh to, and those are all great qualities in the face of a fun, silly, goofy Disney movie. This is not supposed to be fun, silly, goofy Disney movie. But I feel like the entire time Ishii is talking, he's giving Disney villain. You know what I mean? Like, yes. Wake up, Dragon Reborn, to heal you. Like, that's just not the strat for me, bro. Yeah. He's definitely did not give a good performance. He was probably my least favorite part of this completely. Luce Theron, not a big fan of him either. Ileana! Like, yeah, I just was not a fan of any of that. I was not a fan of any of that. But, good things to say. They tried. They definitely did their best. I think they did their best. I don't know, man. The narration, terrible. Oh my goodness. They like this was a group of friends. You know what I'm saying? And they just was kind of just like, hey, let's do this. Like this is I like the fact that this was FX is insane. This definitely feels like all of us in the chat got together and went to a bus stop and hired all the people at that bus stop to be in a Wheel of Time movie that we wanted to make. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's literally how this feels. It feels like they just went to a bus stop and just hired a bunch of people that were just kind of scattered at the bus station, you know? And they're just like, you, the 3 kids over there, that woman, yeah, come on. And then they heard someone over the intercom saying, bus 13 is now arriving. And they were like, oh, let's have her do the narration for the pilot. Like, I don't even know what was going on here. This was bad. This is bad. You know what? I recently watched a pilot for Wonder Woman, a show that was supposed to come out on CW long time ago. And that was also atrocious. And I thought that was the worst thing I had ever seen. Nope, this takes the cake. This is the worst thing I have ever seen in my life. Right next to Avatar, the Last Airbender live action, I can't think of his name. But the Shyamalan cut. There you go. The Shyamalan cut. You know what I mean? Like this is almost as bad as that, but I think that's super worse because they were saying names wrong and everything. At least in this, they were saying names right, you know? They were sticking to source material badly, but they were sticking to it nonetheless. Man, now I understand why y'all was like, you would not believe how like they stick to the book so good, but it's still just so bad. Like, holy crap, this was atrocious. Let's see. This was a fever dream. Why has his accent changed? Because adapting to television is actually hard. I know when Gusa D. Ali. What? This music is madness. The music was insane. The music was everywhere. We went from like fantasy music to full-blown rock music to like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at one point. I don't know what the hell was going on. The effects were atrocious. The special effects are not special, is a fact. The music cut was terrible. Everything was terrible about this bitter. Straight out of Mortal Kombat. Yeah, facts. Talked about this. They said their lines were being said incorrectly, but still quoting it. Yeah, that's insane. I actually like the look for Crazy Lee's. What? Rancid writing. At some point, this devolved from bad acting to no acting. Light, forgive me. Light, forgive me. Light, forgive me. What a line read. Yo, especially after just having Rosamund Pike give the performance of a lifetime with that narration she was doing. To go to this, wow. What a low quality, low budget this is, right? I must go. My people need me. Yep, they did. There's a reason why this premiered at 3 a.m. That's hilarious. Y'all stayed up till 3 a.m. twice to watch this shit. That's insane. Trash, just trash. Same words, Rosamund Pike delivery, 10 out of 10. This, -10. I literally, exactly. I need to just read your comments, you guys' comments faster, because I always be saying the stuff that y'all be thinking of, that y'all be saying just like right before I read it. I need to get on that. What even is that accent? Blah, 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 blah. Knock off Galadriel. Look, Windows 2 graphics. Windows 2 graphics is crazy. I can't believe I'm staying up past 1 for this. Yeah. You did. And you're having a good time, don't lie. Oofy poopy. Okay, you need to hear Ileana. We watching others suffer like us. We like watching others suffer like us. Yeah, this is definitely suffering. We like watching other people suffer as we did. Oh, so that's just a consensus amongst you guys. All right, cool. The pilot was a crime, and it should not be forgotten. Facts. War crimes shouldn't be erased from history. Another fact. Yes, and how dare you compare this to a silly, fun movie? This is the worst. This is like the worst version of Twitch's possible. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what this was right here. This is like if you brought all the material to make a TV pilot from 7-Eleven. Facts. This is definitely a corner store pilot episode. That's where they found all these actors at. Thantos. Why did y'all ask him to watch this bullshit? Y'all are mean. See, Bitter, you understand. Hashtag justice for Drew. Ileana! Who is Drew? They didn't do their best. They just wanted to retain the rights. Oh, this is the Amazing Spider-Man of Wheel of Time. I understand. At least Amazing Spider-Man wasn't bad. Like, look at that. That is such a good concept. I'm going to make that happen. I'm going to make that happen. Watch. You guys are going to come on the live one day, and I'm going to have that terrible intro right there, but it's going to be 1,000 times better. And it's going to be like, that mixed with the Wheel of Time intro that they gave us, and it's going to be like, all amazing. LOL, let's end on Justice for Drew. Do we have a link to the song? What song? This was a thing to keep the rights. It's bad, probably was made in a day. Facts. Nope, they made it to spite the fact that they were about to lose the rights to it, to slapdash this abomination together and put it on at 3 a.m. Damn. Slightly Slavic Galadriel sent you a palate cleanser in Discord. Okay, bet. Imagine you knew nothing about Wheel of Time and someone showed you Winter Dragon and then you never looked at Wheel of Time again. Facts. That's a good point. I'm going to definitely make Remy watch this. She's going to be like, what the hell? This is bad. She's going to be like, wow, this is really bad. What is this?
I'm sorry that I ripped our kids in two and killed your favorite servant, Drew. I beat him black and blue. I beat him with my shoe. What would you do if I fire blossomed you on your feet with flame and air? Pulled out every single hair.
This is awesome.
Your mother's face wasn't even in a rage. I just hated that fucking face.
Oh my god. Yo.
Now that it's shut.
Wait, it's not done.
Case of the big man. I see the foul deeds I've done, and now I'm only left with the big sad.
This is crazy.
Light shelter me. Why does she look like Billy Zane? Ilyana. Sorry that I ripped our kids killed your favorite servant, Drew. Black and blue. I beat him with my shoe. What would you do if I ruined our decor? Slammed our kids right through the door. Broke that vase that you adore. What would you say if I sealed your tan away? Could you forgive me for going cray-cray and fucking the world in a single day?
Yo.
La-di-da-di-da-di-da, Ilyana. La-di-da, la-di-da.
Yo, that was awesome. That was awesome. I loved that. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome, yo. I really love that. That was dope. Yo, that was pretty lit. That was pretty lit. And then I know you guys also said the Wheel of Time Dusty Wheel cut. And then this is the last thing we'll watch, and then we'll get on up out of here. Let's get into the Dusty Wheel cut of Winter Dragon. Having Billy Zane's name up first is like that was crazy.
Ilyana!
You can't catch me.
Ilyana?
No, that's crazy.
Can't hide forever.
Why? Why was they showing
Lord of the morning? At long last.
I have come for you.
Ileana, we have a guest.
I do like that bro looked at him like, oh, he doesn't know.
My children still haven't learned to put their toys away.
Take you. Has the taint got you so deep in its grip?
What is the taint?
So you remember that much, at least. What else do you remember? What else?
I remember.
You remember. Remember, you light-blinded idiot. I will not have it end this way with you swaddled in unawareness.
Ileana!
I trust after this day they will call you something else.
Ileana! Ileana!
Don't find me silly.
This way, silly.
A warrior. A champion. Once you wore the ring of Tamerlane and sat on the high seat. Once you summoned the 9 rods of dominion. And now?
Taint,
you
Rod.
me in the hall of servants.
These
you
names are crazy.
defeated me at the gates of Paradisem. But I am the greater now, and I will not let you die without you knowing that. When you die, your last thought will be your complete and utter defeat.
The singing has begun.
Children, the singing.
Come, friend. We must hurry then and take part. Ileana! Children!
Be healed, loose there. Be healed, and let thy madness shield you no more. Be healed. Be healed, and remember. Remember. And remember!
Oh, they did it. I like that. That was really good. They cut out all the stupid ass dolls. Those dolls were terrible.
Ileana, but...
Hey, wait! The yell didn't seem funny anymore. Oh wow! Oh wow! The yell didn't seem funny anymore.
Light! Help me! Help me!
It's no use. She's gone. They're all gone. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can have her back. Shaitan, the great lord, can make her live again.
I actually love this.
If you serve him. If you serve me.
Serve you. Serve you. For 10 years. Betrayal. 10 years your foul master.
Oh my god, wait, this is heat.
Is rat world.
10 years? You and I have fought battles for 1,000 years upon the turning of the wheel. 1,000 times 1,000, and we will fight again. Until time dies and the shadow is victorious.
This is so much better. Like, I actually feel something from this.
For what you have done, there can be no forgiveness. None.
Has the madness still clouded your mind? What hand slew Ileana's son Her? What hand struck down every life that bore a drop of your blood? Everyone you loved. Everyone who loved you. Not mine. Not mine. Kinslayer.
Okay, this is so much better.
No. It can't be. No. That would never so much as raise a hand.
Then how?
My eyes were blinded, my mind was poisoned. The one power has been tainted.
Any man who dares draw from the one power falls victim to the same fate. They will find only madness or death. Even now, your Aes Sedai brothers fall victims to the same fate. Even now, the 100 companions are tearing this world apart, and 100 more will join them each day. What happened here is only the beginning.
No.
Consider yourself blessed.
You can still be with her. Your home will be restored, your world made whole.
And in return for such a gracious display of generosity,
You will serve Shaitan either by your choice or his command.
Light, forgive me. Ileana, forgive me.
That was actually so much better. Wow. 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 That was so much better. Like, whoa. I am actually super surprised at how much better that was than the other one that we watched. That was fantastic. I actually really liked that. I really did like that. I'm not going to lie to you. I really liked that versus what we watched before. That's what it should have been. That was so much better compared to the other thing that we just watched. Wow. I'm actually, like, honestly mind blown at how good that was compared to how bad it was before. Man. That's crazy. Knew you dig that song? Yeah, for real. I forgive him. Love that he's laughing. Yeah, that was literally hilarious. I'd watch the Eye of the World musical. Nah, no. Last rap battle in history, for real. Immediately cut the first 10 minutes. This cut is better, but you can't polish a turd. Facts. The taint is the taint. Damn. The show calls the taint the corruption. Wow. The taint is the corruption that's on the male half of the power that drives them all mad. Okay, and that's something that I'll talk about. I definitely thought that the taint was caused by the dragon reborn, not by the dark one. But from the prologue, the winter dragon, and the dusty cut, that's kind of how I feel about it now. Is that it's obviously that like it makes it more obvious that Shaitan is the one that corrupted the one power. So I wonder why that. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that wasn't translated the best for me personally from the show. But maybe that's just my bad. They used taint on the Explore page. LOL, I was shocked. Yeah, that's insane. It's hard to tell because you watched the original, but this cut is so much better. Oh, yeah, for sure, so much better. People didn't use the word taint in the way you're thinking as much 30 years ago. Yeah, I got you. I know. Taint means like tainted. I got it. I understand that, but taint is just also a wild word to use because of the other connotation that it has. I don't think that connotation of what a taint is new. I think it, well, I mean, I'm not 30, so how would I know what it was 30 years ago? I'm not, you know, old. The healing is the best part. Yeah, that worked so much better because it seemed like he just kind of came out of nowhere and just put his hands on his head and then it happened. Like, that was way better. Wonder if Drew is in the shot. His yell is still a little funny. His yell is still a little funny, but it's not nearly as funny as it was in the pilot. Because, like, it wasn't even like he looked at her and then screamed. He was like, like, I don't know what was up with that. This is actually a master class in the power of editing. I've heard the original Star Wars was similarly bad and saved in editing. Oh, wow. Yeah, the Kenobi show on Disney Plus was literally saved for me by the Patterson cut. I can't even joke about that. Literally saved it for me. Matt and Taylor cut this so good. Still shit though. By no fault of the Dusty Wheel. Yeah, facts. I like the actor for Luce Theron when he's all bearded and stuff. He sells it. I agree. The accent changed. I'm like, off. Whose accent changed? Because it definitely seems different, but I haven't watched it like as many times as y'all have to you know, dissect it. Is that supposed to be Lanfear? I'm pretty sure that's Ileana, but I also had the same question when I saw her. I was like, oh shit, is that Lanfear? But then when I looked closer, I was like, wait, no, that's Ileana. That's Ileana. Lord of the Grave is not just a name. Oh right, brown hair always throws me. Gotta get that yell on a soundboard. Facts. I can definitely get that one. All the other ones are harder to get because they're on, you know, they're on the show. So I got to go find those certain parts specifically. I got to go back and watch the show again and find all the parts that I'm looking for. Yep, the Dark One did it. Yeah, I get it. That makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking. And my other question is that, is the Dark One a actual physical thing, or is it like an entity, like how the light is an entity? You know what I mean? Like is the Dark One actually a thing? I don't know. It just feels like the Dark One doesn't actually exist and is actually just a entity, or you know, like how the light is. Like, you know, like, I don't know. That just is really what's been bothering ever since we found out that Ishii is not the Dark One. All I've been thinking about is like, is the Dark One real, or is bruh and a entity of entityness that they actually just draw the power from, and not necessarily an actual physical representation on the planet, the same way the light isn't a physical representation, right? Like, the light's physical representation is through the Dragon Reborn, so the Dark One's representation is through the Dark Friends. Like, that's kind of the vibe that I'm feeling now, especially with the terminology of how Ishii said, you serve the light, serve the Dark One, serve me, as if it's one and the same. And that seems like it's more of him, you know, I don't know. That's just that's the vibe that I'm feeling from that tremendously. The common person blames the dragon, but the Dark One did it. Okay, the show isn't telling you straight facts. The Sisters of the Tower say what they think. Ideology. Okay, and I remember Mari Sue saying that you have to listen to what they're saying, but you also have to remember that they don't have the 1,000 years of knowledge that's been dissipated, or whatever the case may be. Terrible with accents? I didn't even notice. No one answer that question. Raffo on that question. All interesting thoughts. All right. I'll stop. I'm not going to stop theorizing, but I'll stop asking y'all questions. I will say that I do feel like the light and the dark one are not physical representations, but are just the energies that the physical represents. They're like more of like energies that the physical representation manifests through, or like they're a conduit. Like they are the conduit of the dark one, or of, the light. Like the dark one is the dark side of the force, and the light is the force. Yeah, like that's kind of where my brain is at currently. Just because it's getting harder and harder to believe that the dark one is an actual physical being that shows up and does stuff. Cause like, where the hell was he when the break happened? Like, where was he? I don't know. I definitely got to figure it out. You're going to get a much better feel for the metaphysics now that you're reading the books. And I think that's one thing that I'm definitely missing out on is that part of the world. Because I know it's really important. Because it doesn't feel like this is just magic for the sake of magic, It seems like it is a well thought out magic system that has rules and all of the above. So I'm really excited to explore that and see where that rabbit hole goes deeper and deeper. All right, you amazing, beautiful people. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in with me today on our pilot. I guess this is our pilot episode of From WoTcher to Reader, from the book club series. There we go. Hold on. Let me say that again. My bad. My brain is all scattered. I definitely appreciate for everyone tuning in on the prologue for our From WoTcher to Reader book club series that we're going to be getting into. I am so excited for next week. I'm so excited that I'm going to be on the road tomorrow. I'm on my way. We're going to be going to Arizona for a wedding. So I got 12 hours of driving and car ride ahead of me. But I'm excited nonetheless that I'm going to get to read this book. I'm going to get to, vibe out. I'm going to get to, nerd out. And if you guys aren't in the Discord, definitely join the Discord because I will be making, I might make a whole book club chat just so I can kind of talk about my immediate feelings on certain things and immediate reactions. And then anybody that's in the Discord, you guys will be able to do the same as you read and as you go on and so forth. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for all of the vibes, all of the things. Definitely tune into the Discord where you guys will be able to get my little essays on the stuff that I'm reading and stuff like that, because I do want to kind of practice on my writing more, and I will be kind of using writing reviews also as a way to kind of work on that stuff too. So I'm definitely excited to get this going. I'm excited that you all were here to tune in, and shout out to everyone that's watching on the replay. Y'all are definitely the GOATs. If anybody is watching this on the replay and you guys do feel so inclined, you can put timestamps for when we're talking about stuff versus when the actual the book club starts versus when we start doing the watch parties for the different episodes of things that we watch tonight. That would be awesome if any of y'all did do that, because I know a lot of you guys be going back through these and watching them more than once too, and commenting down below and all that good stuff. So yeah, if you can, you're awesome. If you can't, guess what? You're still awesome. And with all that being said, I definitely appreciate each and every one of you. If you guys haven't already, make sure you follow us on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And you can also follow me on social media at Sensei if you need to stay up to date with all my nerdy stuff that I be getting into. I will be doing some vlogging on the trip. And be like going live on my Twitch channel while I'm gone, just doing different stuff like that. So definitely tune in there if you guys do want to join me on my journey. And with all that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. As I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Sleep well and wake.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.